1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Are you ready?
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
We are at the home of the Owlz Stadium here. It's the third game in this four-game series against the Billings Mustangs, minor league affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds, the Billings Mustangs. We'll play them tonight and tomorrow for a noon game, and that'll do it for the series against the Billings Mustangs. We're at the home of the Owlz Stadium right now. It's pretty overcast out here. A little colder than usual outside, maybe about 72 degrees or so.
I've heard predictions for rain tonight.
Did you really, Chris?
I did. That back-to-school weather, that's what it is.
It does look a little stormy out there.
Welcome back, kids.
Yeah.
That's what school's about.
And then the kids get all crazy because it's rainy and then you can't control them.
God.
It's awful.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of our listeners are from southern states where they have those nice outdoor schools, as mine was growing up. But some of them are from up here in Utah, and
everything's
it doesn't matter, rain or snow, everything's indoors.
That's all wings to different school parts of the school.
No differences. That would just be odd. Anyways, we're playing baseball.
Yeah, that's right. There's a wind blowing towards home plate from center field, maybe about 15 miles an hour out there. Should be a beautiful day today and a beautiful game for the Orem Owlz, who, by the way, are right now 6-9. Their record is 6-9 in the Pioneer League South Division. They are last place in the Pioneer League South. Tonight we face the Billings Mustangs, who are 6-8. Second place, tied for second place in the Pioneer League North Division. Still leading the entire Pioneer League is the Helena Brewers with a record of 11-3.
Killing.
Yeah,
absolutely
they're just
killing.
dominating the North Division by 5 games.
No, they're not proving anything. Come on. You already won the first
Come on. You got your little asterisk by your name.
Okay, guys.
We know it. And under them are actually the Casper Rockies, who have a record of 9-6. Ahead of the Ogden Raptors by 1 game with a record of 8-7 for the Ogden Raptors. So it should be a pretty interesting end of the second half of the season.
Yeah, you still got a lot of teams very close to each other.
Yeah, by 1 game or 2 games. Let's see, what's today? Monday?
On 15th.
On Saturday, we played a doubleheader against the Billings Mustangs, our first doubleheader at home, and only our second doubleheader in the entire season. And
we decided to lose.
Sadly, we lost both games. The first game we lost 4-0. The second one 5-3. Both of them very disappointing games again for the Owlz. A lot of trouble in the first game with throwing errors, walks, hit batters. The second game just
more of the same.
More of the same, and we don't know why.
And the Owlz were outscored. Both games combined. Mustangs scored 9 runs. Owlz 3. They got shut out the first game. Owlz only got 8 hits between both games. Committed 6 errors, 4 in the first, 2 in the second, and then the passed balls don't exactly count as errors, but there was a lot of passed balls to the catcher.
And to first base. A couple times the pitcher was trying to pick off the runner, and a couple were thrown over, allowing the runner to advance to second or sometimes even third base.
Yeah. Or 2 or 3 times they went all the way out to third. So it was a tough one to watch.
Yeah.
From my understanding, some of the players didn't feel all that hot coming into the game, and by that I mean they kind of felt sick.
Physically.
It seems like we've got a lot of regulars in our lineup tonight, but that might indicate they're feeling a little bit better.
Let's see what's going on in the Pioneer League division. First of all, Kelly Shearer is still up there with his 3.45 pitching ERA. He is actually the starting pitcher tonight for the Orem Owlz. Shearer with a record of 0-2 and a 3.45 ERA on 44 1/3 innings pitched. He's got 29 strikeouts and 15 walks. Dallas Morris is still up there with his 37 RBIs. Dallas Morris also with his 64 hits and his 27 extra base hits, his 38 runs scored. Good gracious. I believe he's up there with doubles as well. Where's that?
That'd be 19, I believe.
18 doubles.
And Trumbo tops it by 1.
Right. Trumbo leading the Pioneer League division with his 20 doubles. For the Billings Mustangs, Brandon Roberts is still up there with his 23 stolen bases, leading the league. Brandon Roberts also with 5 triples. He will be in the lineup tonight. He's actually starting off the lineup for tonight for the Billings Mustangs.
Brandon Roberts has not stolen a base against us yet. He got caught stealing once in his 1 attempt. So
no surprise, Martinez.
Right behind the plate. Very cool.
So let's go over the starting lineups for tonight. First, I'll go over, forgot to mention, These Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home. A clean home is a luxurious home. J&J Services, Got Concrete, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Services, Escape Motorsports, Stevens Henniger College, and Jack's Tire and Oil. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and to K-Star 1400 AM for providing these Owlz radio broadcasts. And thanks to everyone who's listening around the world and around the country, to all the great players we have out here. We really appreciate you guys listening and actually emailing in your compliments and suggestions. We really appreciate that. It's true.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Joey doesn't lie.
I don't lie.
You only hear his voice. You don't get to see his face, but it's an honest face.
It's a good face for radio.
You can trust that. The wrinkles, the
laugh wrinkles, as I call them. The smile wrinkles. Let's go over the starting lineup for tonight. First for the Billings Mustangs, a familiar lineup from the doubleheader. Leading off for the Mustangs, number 26, Brandon Robert in center field. Batting second and playing third base, number 29, J.D. Reniger. Batting third and playing the designated hitter, number 5, Miker Sandoval. Playing right field in the cleanup spot, number 36, Jamie Langham. Playing first base and batting fifth, number 49, Ben Mummy. And playing shortstop, batting sixth, number 41, Eric Iman. Playing left field and batting seventh, number 2, Josh Holden. The catcher tonight for the Billings Mustangs, Chris Denovie, number 34, catching Denovie. And last in the lineup, number 9, playing second base. He's actually number 4, ninth in the lineup. Michael De Jesus. Pardon me.
Yes, that's right.
And pitching tonight for the Billings Mustangs, we're going to see Brandon Camardis. Is that how you think you say it? Camardis?
Camardis. I'm not sure.
Camardis. I'll say it like that.
Camardis.
He is from Cooperville, Florida. He's a 6'2" guy out there in the mound. He's a left-handed pitcher. Camardis, left-handed pitcher. He's acquired in the 34th round in 2005 from the University of Miami. He comes in the game with a record of 1 win and no losses. He's got a 3.68 ERA on 22 innings pitched. He's got 18 strikeouts and 6 walks in the season. Chris Peterson, what are we looking at for the Orem Owlz?
We're looking at Heinley Station, shortstop, leading off. Batting second, playing second base, Billy Boyer. Third baseman, Dallas Morris, batting third. In the cleanup spot, first baseman, Mark Trumbo.
All right.
Marco Albano doing the designated hitting in the fifth spot. Catcher Brett Martinez batting sixth. Batting seventh, playing right field, Anderson Rosario. Playing center field, batting eighth, Sancho Smith. And left fielder Brad Coon's going to be at the bottom of the lineup tonight, batting ninth. A place we don't see him often. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen him there. Kelly Shearer, left-handed pitcher for the Owls, is going to be on the mound tonight. And Kelly, as Joey mentioned at the beginning, up in the Owl League, the Pioneer League standing, comes into the game with 3.45 ERA. Kelly, it's going to be a battle of the left-handers, so this is going to be interesting. In his last outing, he pitched 5 2/3 innings, gave up 10 hits and 7 earned runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts. But I believe the Owls went on to win the game, if I'm not mistaken. I think we got a lot to hope for here. Kelly, at home, has 1 earned run, he's got 1 earned run or less in 8 of his 10 games, and only 2 wild pitches all season.
Wow.
And at home this season, he's pitched 4 games, or started 4 games, gave up 16 hits, 2 walks, a 1.40 ERA, 3 earned runs. Pretty darn good.
Yeah. He'll be facing top of the lineup, number 26, Brandon Roberts, the center fielder. We're in the top of the first inning. Scoreless game. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Brandon Roberts. Lets it fly. It's a fastball. It hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. 0-1 count now for Roberts. No outs yet. No runners yet on base. Roberts for the Mustangs is from Bakersfield, California. He's batting .323, highest in the lineup tonight for the Mustangs. His 0-1 pitch is a fastball just missing the outside low corner for ball 1. 1-1 count now for Roberts.
Roberts comes to the plate batting .323 on the season. He had a pretty decent time against us in the first 2 games in doubleheader.
Here's his 1-1. It's a curveball outside, ball 2, just missing the outside. 2-1 is the count.
From Shearer. And Robert comes into the game with 2 home runs, 29 RBIs, 23 stolen bases, real fast kid.
Wow.
Has 29 strikeouts and 189 at-bats. Pretty good ratio.
His 2-1, he fouls off for strike 2. 2-2 is still the count. That's another, that was a slider from Kelly Shearer. Let's see. Kelly Shearer has a fastball, 2 fastballs, a 2-seamer and a 4-seamer. His two-seamer has a little bit of movement on it. Comes in about 89 to 91 miles an hour. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Roberts. Swing and a miss. Inside fastball. That is, fouled down. All right, strike 2 still for Roberts. Shearer also has a fastball that's a four-seamer. Comes in about the same speed, 89 to 91 miles an hour. He uses it for his strikeout pitch. More control over this four-seam fastball. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Roberts. Lets it fly. It's inside with a fastball. Just misses the inside.
Wow.
Ball 3. 3-2 is the count. That was close. Shearer also has a changeup that comes in around 76 to 79, and his curve hits around 81. That's what I was seeing there when I said the slider. It was just his fast curve. There's a 3-2, and Robert gets a hold of that one. High pop fly. The wind catches it, but it goes right under Stantrell Smith playing center field, and he makes the catch in shallow center field for out number 1. Nice play there by Smith. He barely had to move. He knew the wind was going to push that one a little bit towards him, and now 1 out for the Mustangs here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. Stepping to the plate now, J.D. Reniger, the third baseman.
Hard to play against the wind.
Yeah.
A lot of players that go on to play with the Chicago Cubs, Windy City. It's a hard thing to learn how to play the wind in the outfield, so it takes them a little while to get used to that and play it right.
The 0-0 pitch is a fastball hitting the dirt inside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count now for Reniger. Reniger is from Spring Branch, Texas. He is batting .288, second in the lineup and second highest average in the lineup. Here's the 1-0. It's another fastball inside. These are just missing. 2-0 is the count now for Reniger.
Reniger comes in with 2 home runs, 21 RBIs, 28 strikeouts, and 104 at-bats.
The 2-0 is a fastball. That one hits the outside corner. Nice. Strike 1. 2-1 count now for Reniger.
Well, tonight we got Joe Rackley behind the plate. Am I right? He's doing the umpiring duties?
Yeah, and Ike Boykins.
Ike Boykins out doing the infield umpire.
2-1 is a curveball going outside. Ball 3. 3-1 count now for Reniger.
Here's that first inning where Kelly Shearer has to figure out what the strike zone is,
right,
and then try to hit it consistently.
3-1. Reniger tries to check his swing, but a fastball hits the outside corner. Strike 2. 3-2 count now for Reniger.
Got a full count.
Same situation as the batter. Here comes the 3-2 to Reniger. Lets it fly. Inside with a fastball, and that is ball 4. And Reniger takes his base. The first walk of the night for Kelly Shearer. He now has 16 walks on the season. And now a runner on first base with 1 out here in the top of the first, still a scoreless game. Now batting for the Billings Mustangs, number 5, Miker Sandoval, the designated hitter tonight. Sandoval batting .273.
That's right, and he comes into the game with 3 home runs, 25 RBIs.
Not bad.
Kind of a quick guy. I think second highest stolen base total on the team.
Oh, really? Shearer thrown over to first baseman Trumbo. Runner still safe. Again in the outfield, Martinez behind the plate catching. Trumbo at first. Boyer at second. Albano at third, and Stacia at the shortstop. Left field, Coons, center Smith, right Rosario. There's the 0-0 pitch to Sandoval. It's a fastball that hits the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 is the count now for Sandoval.
I think that was his 2-seamer also. It had a little bit of movement on it.
Came in a tiny bit slower than his 4-seamer, too. Or 2, whatever you just said. There's the 0-1. Same place, strike 2. 0-2 count. Hitting the outside corner with that fastball. Kelly Shearer hitting those outside corners now.
Yeah, I think they'll go after Sandoval. He's got 44 strikeouts, 639 at bats.
They need to get him sitting down.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
We're going to put him on the bench.
Let's sit you down. Here comes
let him go back.
Sandoval is safe on first base on a fielder's choice there. So an out at second. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the first. They still have a runner on first base. Nice play there by Shearer, throwing right behind him. Stacia got knocked over by the runner Reniger and could not make the throw fast enough to first base.
Well, that's going to bring up the cleanup batter right fielder Jamie Langham, coming into the game with a 204 batting average.
All right.
Kind of low down there. 40 strikeouts and 103 at bats. Here's a potential victim.
That's almost 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Langham. Runner on first, 2 outs. And Shearer takes a little break there.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the designated hitter, well, what does he get to do? If he strikes out, he has all that time to think about it and just and I've done it wrong. I did it the wrong way.
There's the 0-0. That 2-seamer fastball hits the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 count now, 2 outs, runner on first. I would think it would give him time to relax and think of his game plan.
Take a nap?
No, not that much relaxing.
Yeah.
Like
refresh.
Refresh. There's the 0-1, swing and a miss and an outside curve. Nice pitch by Shearer there, making it look good right at bat level. That's the 0-2 count now for Langham. 2 outs, runner still on first base.
He could probably run back into the clubhouse, watch a television show, come back out when it's his turn. Relax.
He needs to focus, though.
I think there's a lazy boy in there. Grab a Coke.
Microwave.
Just come in and grab a Coke.
There's the 0-2. High fastball outside. That is ball one. It's the first time I've seen Shearer throw a fastball too high in this whole game. 1-2 count now for Langham. Runner on first, 2 outs. It's still a scoreless game here in the top of the first. Langham is from Macon, Georgia. He last played with the Gulf Coast League. Runner goes. There's the 1-2. It's a hit and run. Stacia picks it up and throws to Trumbo at first, and runner out at first base there. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the first inning. Still a scoreless game. Come on back.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're now in the bottom of the first inning. It's still a scoreless game out there. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Thanks for joining us on Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're in the bottom of the first now, pitching out there for the Billings Mustangs, Brandon Camardis, left-handed pitcher. Camardis with a record of 1-0. He's got a 3.68 ERA on 22 innings pitched. He's got 18 strikeouts and 6 walks. He'll be facing the top 3 of the lineup today for the Owlz, Heinley Stacia, Billy Boyer, and Dallas Morris.
I'm going over some of these notes for the Billings Mustangs. I think these were current as of last Saturday. We'll get to some of those, even though they're a little bit out of date, but I think they've got a lot of struggling hitters until they came into town.
So Stacia at the bat here. We got the 0-0 count. Here's his first pitch. The fastball high and outside is ball one. 1-0 is the count now for Stacia. He looked like he showed bunt, but pulled back just in time. 1-0 count, no outs, no runners yet on base. Pitcher Camardis taking a little break out there. Here comes his 1-0 to Stacia. Gets a hold of it, slapper out in the center field. Bounces right in front of the center fielder, Roberts, and that's a single for Heinley Stacia. Nice hit, just a couple feet in front of the center fielder. Looks like he underran that one, thought it was going to fly a little bit farther back.
Again, having to play with the wind, because the wind's blowing in. It's blowing in, seems a little bit faster now, too. So took a step back and then had to charge, couldn't get it in time, played it on the bounce.
Second pitch to Stacia there, single. So first hit on the game for the Orem Owlz and the first hit on the entire game. So now stepping to the plate will be Billy Boyer, the second baseman tonight. Boyer's batting .244. He's got no outs and a runner on first base here in the bottom of the first inning.
Boyer started the season batting in the second spot, and then they moved him down in the order. His first pitch is a curveball outside for ball one.
Very slow, 65 miles an hour. 1-0 count now to Boyer. No outs, runner on first.
So it's interesting the way they're twisting up the lineup again.
Yeah.
Again, Tom Kochman's still not back into town yet, still in Florida with his family.
Yep.
He should be back soon. So Keith Johnson, the hitting coach, is taking coaching responsibilities tonight.
Right. There's the throw over to first base. Stacey's still safe over there. Stacia does have 7 stolen bases.
Yes.
7 stolen bases on the season. Leading off a little bit off first base there, like he should be, I guess. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Boyer, and fouls it back there, barely getting the tip of his bat. That's the strike one for Boyer. 1-1 is the count now. No out, still a runner on first base.
Boyer comes into the night batting .244, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, 61 strikeouts, and 164 at-bats. And he's been working on that. In fact, he played the second game of the doubleheader, not the first, but the second game was his first game in his last 6 that he went without a strikeout.
The 1-1 pitch is a pitch out, curveball outside. They do not throw, so it's the 2-1 count now for Boyer. Still a runner on first base out there.
And better than not just striking out, Boyer earned himself a walk. And that's
right.
He only has 18 on the season. And
out of 160 at bats?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he went 1 for 2. So he had a pretty good game in the doubleheader.
There's another throw over to first base. Stacia's still safe over there. 2-1 count for Boyer. No outs yet. Runner on first. Boyer's from Auburn, Washington. Last played with the Mesa Angels, acquired in 2003. Dallas Morris batting after him has 8 home runs. Billy Boyer with 7 home runs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and an outside. I'd call that his fastball. Doesn't seem like he has much heat. And that's strike 2 for Boyer. 2-2 count now for Boyer. No outs. Runner on first still.
Boyer against left-handed pitchers bats .283, and he's facing a left-hander right now in Camardis.
That's pretty darn good.
What, the pronunciation?
No, against lefties.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Seems to see the ball a little bit better coming from him.
The 2-2 is fouled off just barely over the right field foul wall. That is still strike 2 for Boyer. Seems that a lot of these Owls batters are hitting the long ball, but it's going foul over that right field wall. So the 2-2 count now for Boyer. The long ball is a home run.
Yes,
but going foul. I just learned that term, so I want to use it.
Have you ever heard
short ball?
Something like Billy Boyer takes him yard?
Takes him yard?
Or goes yard?
No way.
Yep, that's also a term for a home run.
Really? Yep. Is that where they get the term the whole 9 yards?
No.
They don't know where that came from.
No, that's
shifts or suits. No, you don't. Vager says he does. It's not true.
If I'm not mistaken, it does come from Germany. And, see, World War II.
No, that's just a rumor that even scholars who study linguistics and idioms do not know where that thing came from. But Vager Peterson thinks he knows where it came from.
He does work for the newspaper here at UVSC.
There's the 2-2, and Boyer fouls it down into himself, hitting against his own leg. Still the 2-2 count for Boyer. Still no outs and a runner on first base.
See, what else can you say for the home run ball? Who cares? I'll think of it in a bit.
Solo shot.
Solo shot. A shot, period.
A shot, period.
A 3-run shot, solo shot.
Right.
A 4-sacker.
What?
Yeah.
A tater?
You can call it a tater?
Really?
Never heard that before.
The 2-2 is a slow curve outside. Ball 3. 3-2 count now for Boyer.
It's a good at bat for
Yeah,
Billy.
long at bat for him. Fouled off about 3 so far. He's seen,
regardless of what happened, he's had a good look at the pitcher, made the pitcher work for whatever he's going to have.
I think he's thrown everything he's got. Here's the 3-2. Instead, throws over to first again. Stacia's still safe over there. Now, I saw a 65-mile-an-hour curveball, but then I just saw a 75-mile-an-hour curveball. Am I crazy?
Might be the radar gun.
Okay.
They may have had to adjust it here and there, but
because it wasn't a changeup. It had looping. Here's the 3-2. Runner goes, slaps it out into center field. Bounces, nope. Caught by center fielder Roberts. An amazing diving catch out there in left center
just
field.
Got robbed of a single.
Wow. That one looked like it was going to bounce right in front of his glove, but he just scooped it off the ground there.
My goodness, I haven't seen a good dive like that. Wow.
That is a pretty darn good catch. So 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the first. Still a runner on first base. Billy Boyer popping out to center field.
I'm putting in my notes, robbed. Because that's what happened.
Is that a sham catch?
Robbed. Not a sham catch because
it was quality.
Yeah, exactly. Not an error surrounding it at all. That was just brilliant, but for the wrong team. Had that gotten past Roberts out in center field, that would have been probably a triple with Boyer's speed.
Now batting for the Owls, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Morris has got a runner on first and 1 out. Here comes his 0-0. It's a slow curveball outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count for Morris. Morris is up there with the Pioneer League leaders with a whole bunch of things. He's got 37 RBIs, 38 runs scored, 64 hits, 18 doubles. Good gracious.
Tell you what, though, he was feeling pretty sick on Saturday. Struck out 3 times.
His 1-0 is a pop fly going foul over the right field line. Trying to get underneath it is right fielder Langham, and he does.
Stacia tags and comes into second base and is safe.
Safe on that. Tagging up and making it to second there. The throw came in just a tad late. 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the first inning. Still a scoreless game. we still have a runner on second base as Mark Trumbo steps to the plate. Trumbo playing first base again tonight. He has a 273 average. He's up there in the Pioneer, why can't I say that word? Pioneer League leaders with 20 doubles on the season.
Is it 20 now? I thought it was still 19. Yeah, 20. Okay. Trumbo, another one that hits lefties better than righties. That's 356 and has one home run against left-handed pitchers this season.
Cool.
Comes into tonight with a 273 average.
He's got 2 outs and a runner on second base out there. Here's his 0-0 pitch. It's a fastball that hits the outside corner. Strike one. 0-1 count now to Trumbo.
I think of all the batters in the lineup, I would want Trumbo at the plate right now. He bats the best against left-handed pitchers. Probably, I think, the best in the lineup against left-handed pitchers.
356, you said?
Yes, and he's been hot lately, too, with at least 1 hit in 11 of his last 14 games.
The 0-1 pitch is a curveball that just misses outside for ball one. 1-1 count now for Trumbo. How many at-bats has he had against lefties? Do you know that?
That is a good question. That would be in the packet. No, I'll find out.
Okay.
I'll race you.
Trumbo with looks like his stance is a little more relaxed today. No. Okay, there he goes. I thought he was just warming up. He was out of the batter's box. What a crazy stance. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Pitcher Camardis looking over at second base and keeping Stacia on back there. This guy likes to take breaks.
Yeah, he
does.
mean,
it's fine. I know how hard it is to throw a ball because I tried to do it today and I was worn out. I was sweating. My goodness, I have much more respect for these guys. Here's the 1-1. It's another slow curve outside. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Trumbo.
All right, Trumbo, 59 at-bats out of his 209, I believe he has.
Does he have the most at-bats on the team?
He probably does.
Yeah,
209
good gracious.
At-bats. And the Camardis throwing a steady diet of curveballs here to Trumbo. He's probably looked at his pitch chart that Trumbo struggles with curveballs, but he's seen him pretty well. And
that one, fastball that he fouls down and towards the Billings Mustangs dugout. So the 2-2 count now for Trumbo. 2 outs, runner on second base. Deuces out there in the bottom of the first.
This could be a long game, and not because of great offensive scoring and big runs and whatever, but because Camardis take a long time between the pitches.
And we have some pretty quality batters who are good against lefties, too. And they'll be fouling off quite a bit.
I think this will be a good game for the Owls. Maybe some redemption here.
Yeah.
That's what I smell in the air.
Here's the 2-2, way inside with a fastball. That is ball 3. 3-2 count now for Trumbo.
I think this is a trouble time for Camardis. A full count against Trumbo, who bats very well against left-handed pitchers.
He can't throw a fastball because he'll hit that.
Oh, yeah.
He can try with the curveball or the high curveball, but
he might have his best chance with a high fastball, a well-placed high fastball.
Because he wants to swing now.
And if you walk him, you walk him. And then you come up against Marco Albano batting behind him.
Here's a 3-2. Another one fouled off there. Still the 3-2 count for Trumbo.
That was a high fastball.
Yeah. He got a bit of it with his handle. What happens if since we lost the first 2 in this 4-game series, if we win the second 2,
we split the series?
Split the series, is that what it's called? Okay. Now, that's not a stat anywhere. It's just a way to say it.
Yeah, it is a way to say it, but I don't know. It would be interesting to. You could make it a stat and go, they've won this many series this year, lost this many series, in kind of the tie category, split series.
Here's a 3-2, way high and outside with a curveball. That is ball 4. And there we go. Mark Trumbo gets walked. Second walk of the night. This one awarded to Camardis, the pitcher for the Mustangs. So now a runner on first and second base with 2 outs. Now batting for the Owls, number 5, Marco Albano, the designated hitter tonight. Albano comes in the game batting .203 here in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. Runners on first and second and 2 outs.
Albano did get to play in the doubleheader. I believe he was in the first. No, he was in the second game.
Yeah.
And he went 0 for 4, unfortunately.
Here's his 0-0. It's a fastball outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 count for Albano. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Albano from Arlington, Massachusetts. Last played with Boston College, acquired this year in the draft. He's got 6 RBIs and 2 home runs. Pitcher looking in. Very low. He's got a duck-down type style.
Maybe he just can't see the sign.
True.
No, come on. I can't see that.
There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Inside fastball. Strike 2. 0-2 count. That one jamming him up a bit there. 0-2 to Albano. Runner still on first and second with 2 outs.
I like to plug Albano in on these games where they're facing left-handed pitchers. Owlz going with a strong right-handed group.
Yeah.
They've got a switch hitter and one lefty in the lineup,
right.
And that's the last batter in Brad Kuhn.
Right.
But Brad Kuhn, all he has to do is do that bunt single and try to get on against the lefty.
0-2 is a high fastball inside. Ball 1. 1-2 count now for Albano. And what an asset to the team to have a lefty that can also,
with that kind of speed.
Yeah, just get on base pretty darn frequently.
That's what we're about, assets. We like to have assets here.
Right.
And here's the 1-2 pitch.
Let's it fly. Swing and a miss. Outside curve. That is strike 3 and out number 3. That ends the bottom of the first inning. Still a scoreless game. Come on back.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoles! It's Beto's time.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy. Karen. Cindy. No, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better. Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the second inning. It's still a scoreless game, and I have a special shout-out out there for one of our listeners on the show. A shout-out for Tasha, who lives in Santa Quinn here in Utah. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Tasha, for listening, and this is your inning. Top of the second is dedicated to Tasha.
Yeah, a defensive inning. We'll give you not one where we're going to score runs.
No, we'll give her that one, too.
Should we give her the bottom of the second?
Let's give her the bottom of the second.
Okay, Tasha, you get the top and the bottom.
All right. Still out there pitching for the Owls is Kelly Shearer. He's facing now Ben Mummy. Yay. The 0-0 pitch is a fastball catching the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 is the count for Mummy. No outs, no runners yet on base.
I just love names.
He is a very scary hitter. Gets all wrapped up in his work. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mummy. Inside curveball just misses the inside. Ball 1. 1-1 count now for Mummy.
I'm just trying to think to myself, what does that come from?
What's the name origin?
Ethnic background, name origin, something like that. I mean,
I've never heard that.
Mummy.
There's the 1-1 high pop fly going out into center field. Underneath it again, Stantrell Smith out there makes the snag in middle center field. That's one out now for the Mustangs.
We're going to have a repeat of last inning.
Yeah, that was good there. Can of corn, as Diego reminded me that it's called out there. One out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the second. Still a scoreless game. Now batting, Eric Iman, the shortstop. Iman is from Omaha, Nebraska. He is batting 167, lowest in the lineup tonight for the Mustangs.
Not a lot of at-bats for Iman. Comes in with only 42 at-bats, 14 of those strikeouts, only 3 walks.
Here's his 0-0. It's a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now to Iman, who comes from a long line of optometrists. Here's the 1-0. Fastball just hits the inside corner, dropping in. Strike 1. 1-1 count now for Iman.
Yeah, you come from a line of
All right, here's the 1-1 pitch.
I'm not going to go with that joke at all.
Just misses outside. It's the 2-1 count now for Iman. Good eye at the plate. Man.
Good eye, man.
2-1 count, 1 out, no runners on. Here's the 2-1 to Iman. Lets it fly. Swing and a miss. Inside curve. Shearer changing up it on there. Strike 2, 2-2 count now. That one coming in about 10 miles different.
Iman took a big cut at that, lost balance at the. Just kind of looked like that's not what he wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Shearer not taking a whole lot of time in between his pitches at all. He comes into the inning with a game plan and doesn't step off for anything.
Here comes the 2-2 to Iman, lets it fly. Swing and a miss, inside curve. That is strike 3.
Great pitch.
Eric Iman strikes out swinging. The first strikeout of the night awarded to Kelly Shearer. And 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the second. Still a scoreless game out there. Now stepping to the plate, Josh Holden, the left fielder. Holden has no runners on and 2 outs.
Josh Holden, one of the 3 left-handed batters for the Mustangs in the game. And Kelly Shearer doesn't get to see a lot of left-handed batters.
No.
He only has 4.2 innings against him.
Here's the 0-0 to Holden. Inside, fastball, catches the corner, strike 1. Holden just watches it go by. 0-1 is the count now. 2 outs, no runners yet on base. This guy holding up on pitches. Ooh. Here's the 0-1, lets it fly, gets a hold of it, line drive out in the left center field. It bounces in between Kuhn and Smith out there, and that's going to be a single for Josh Holden. The first true hit on the night for the Billings Mustangs here. So now a runner on first with 2 outs, and stepping to the plate, Chris Denovie, the catcher. Yep.
You had to think for a second and say, did I pronounce it?
Yeah, I always did.
And then you did.
It took me like, I found 6 ways to pronounce his name. I don't know how I did it.
Did you come up with Denov?
Denov, yeah.
Okay.
Ralph.
Denov.
Jones. That was a weird one.
Him. You.
Shearer throwing over there to first base. Runner still safe. 0-0 is the count for Denovie. 2 outs. Runner on first base. On first right now is Holden.
He has 9 stolen bases on the year, so
quite a threat out there. Most tied for first in his team.
Tied for second on his team.
Who has 10?
No, he's got 9, and then Sandoval's got 9.
Oh, and Roberts has 23.
Right.
That's right. I forgot about this. It's such a huge number, it just kind of blows by. I'm like, that can't be possible.
You figure that's got to be his walks or strikeouts or something.
All right, here comes the 0-0 pitch. Runner goes. The fastball outside. There's a throw to second base. Stacia tries to cover it and has to get in front of the bag to get that ball bouncing in front of second base. And runner safe out there. Holden, now with his 10th stolen base on the season. And now a runner on second.
Has a clear second place on the team now.
Yeah.
But with 2 out, the runner's in scoring position. That's not great, but you got to take care of your guy at the plate.
Right.
Denovie has 20 strikeouts in his 96 at-bats. He's somebody you should be able to pitch to.
Sure. He's got the 1-0 count. Here's his pitch. And it's a fastball that hits the outside corner. First strike 1. Shearer's getting good at that one. 1-1 count now for Denovie. 2 outs, runner on second base. Denovie last played with UCLA. Seems like an outcast in his roster. Everyone else coming from a Gulf Coast League. Here's the 1-1 inside curveball. Just misses the inside corner. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Denovie.
When Denovie was at UCLA, he only batted .227 this last season, and then still got drafted, possibly for his defensive work. Not sure. Don't have those draft notes, but
here's the 2-1. Fastball just bounces in front of the plate there. All 3-1 count. I'm going to steal another joke from Big or Peterson. You know what happens when the smog lifts in California?
Denovie.
UCLA.
Oh, there.
That's awful.
I knew it was going to be something to do with him.
There's the 3-1, swing and a miss and a high fastball. That is strike 2. Nice pitch there by Shearer after 3 curveballs. 3-2 count now to Denovie. Still 2 outs and a runner on second.
I'm surprised Denovie wasn't expecting that. Being down 3-1 in the count, you got to expect a fastball for the pitcher to get back in it.
3-2 is fouled off into the grandstand. Still strike 2 for Denovie. 3-2 count.
If it's not a fastball that comes in that 3-1 count, you lay up, but you go in with the check swing thinking it's going to be a fastball, ready for a fastball. I don't know. That's what I would do.
All right. Sorry. Choking on my dignity. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Denovie. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of it, and it's fouled over the left field foul line there. Still strike 2.
And he was way in front of that one. You okay over there, Joey?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And how's your throat? How's your water doing?
The problem was the water.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, I went to my 4th stomach that I have. into my crop. My gullet.
Anyway.
Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss and a fastball going outside. That is strike 3. And Denovi strikes out swinging. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the second. Still a scoreless game. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, capellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew. It's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're in the bottom of the second inning. It's the bottom of the Tasha inning. Tasha from Santa Quinn. Thank you for listening to the show.
If the Owls score this inning, it means you're good luck. If not, well,
it means it's the Tasha inning.
That's right. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. It's still a scoreless game out there. Stepping to the plate now for the Owls is Brett Martinez, the catcher. Martinez is first at bat from Redlands, California. Batting .277 coming into the game. No outs, no runners on base. Still pitching out there is Brandon Camardi. So far he's struck out 1, walked 1, and allowed 1 hit. Here's his 0-0, and a fastball hits the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Martinez.
Martinez doesn't do all that well against left-handed pitchers. Comes into tonight batting .277, but only 100 versus lefties.
Here's his 0-1. Tries to check his swing. An outside curve hits the corner, and that is strike 2. 0-2 count for Martinez.
Again, the theory is that a right-handed batter would see the ball better against a left-handed pitcher because of the delivery. He sees it sooner.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. High fastball, strike 3. And off of 3 pitches, Brett Martinez strikes out swinging. 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. No runners on base. Now batting number 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder.
Rosario, another batter who does very well against left-handed pitchers.
Okay.
Has been slumping lately, only batting .063, 1 for 16 in his last 7 games, and that was some pinch hitting efforts as well. But he bats .355 against left-handed pitchers.
Wow. Not bad at all. Here's the 0-0. Gets a hold of that one high. Pop fly out into center field. And looks like getting it is the center fielder Roberts for out number 2. Hard hit ball there off a first pitch by Rosario. 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. Now stepping to the plate, Stantrell Smith, the center fielder from Atlanta, Georgia. Smith, another right-handed batter.
Yep, and he's usually at the very, very bottom of the lineup, but tonight batting 8th in the lineup.
Yep.
We've enjoyed having Stantrell's family with us over the last couple of days. I believe they caught their flight out of Salt Lake International earlier today.
All right.
Headed back to Georgia, where he hails from.
The 0-0 pitch is a fastball, swing and a miss outside, strike 1. 0-1 count now for Smith. 2 outs, no runners on.
I've talked about Smith's speed before.
Yep.
His grandma told me this morning that she understands he's the fastest man in baseball at all levels, and I believe that.
There's the 0-1, fouled back, strike 2. 0-2 count for Smith.
One of the most naturally athletically gifted individuals I've ever seen. Again, he walked onto the football team, his high school football team as a senior, and just said, "I want to play." And they went, "Okay, how fast are you?" "Okay, how about wide receiver?" And he started.
There's the 0-2, inside fastball, just misses the inside corner. Ball 1. 1-2 is the count now for Smith. 2 outs, still no runners on.
But baseball is his love.
Yeah.
And so he's out here patrolling center field. One of the fastest, the fastest guy in baseball. Yeah, he should patrol center.
The 1-2 is a grounder with a cracked bat to the second baseman. There's a throw to first. out at first, just barely. Smith is a fast guy, like we just said. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. Come on back.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owls ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 Quick Dry Nylon River Shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're in the top of the third inning already. It's still a scoreless game out there. Still pitching for the Owls is Kelly Shearer. So far, Shearer has struck out 2 and allowed only 1 hit. Pardon me.
I just realized Michael De Jesus is coming to the plate now for the Mustangs. He played in the doubleheader the first game. Then came in as a pinch hitter in the second game, I believe. Went 0 for 5, but did reach on a walk and a fielder's choice and an error.
0 for 5 over the whole 2 games?
Yes.
His first pitch is a curveball outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. No outs, no runners on. Here's the 1-0 pitch to De Jesus. It falls to inside corner. Fastball, strike 1. 1-1 count now for De Jesus. Left-handed batter. He's actually a switch hitter, batting left.
Oh, is he?
From Valrico, Florida. Yeah. Here's his 1-0. And fouls it into the berm there, into the top of the dugout, and that is strike 1. 1-1 count now.
De Jesus comes to the plate, batting .250 on the season. 1 home run, 18 RBIs, only 108 at-bats, strikes out about once every 4 times.
Okay.
25 strikeouts on the season.
I wonder what, here's the 1-1 to De Jesus, gets a hold of it, grounder to the second baseman, Boyer. He scoops it up, makes the throw to Trumbo. It's just not in time. Runner safe there. Nice play by Billy Boyer, trying to get that one off the ground and throw it from the ground to Trumbo. Just barely missing that one. So now a runner on first base and a single for De Jesus, the second hit on the night for the Mustangs. No else yet. Runner on first. We're back at the top of the lineup with the Mustangs with Brandon Roberts, center fielder.
Well, they'll call that an infield single. I was very impressed that Boyer got to that ball. Went a little ways out in the outfield far enough that I could hit it and just kind of chased it down.
Right.
Again, De Jesus, a faster guy, 9 stolen bases on the season, so beats out the throw. Now they got to worry about another base stealer.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Roberts, bunts it right towards the pitcher. Shearer picks it up and throws to first, and he is in time.
Barely.
Out at first base.
Wow.
Nice throw by Shearer there, getting the runner out just in time, but De Jesus gets to second base. So 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the third. Runner on second base. Still a scoreless game. And now batting J.D. Renninger.
I was really worried about that one. It just died right between Shearer and Martinez, and Roberts had almost beaten that out.
Shearer had to charge that one quite a bit closer to the towards the plate.
Looked like a coon bunt single.
Yeah,
very similar.
Straight ahead. Now batting for the Mustangs, J.D. Renninger, the third baseman. His last at bat, he was walked in a ball 4. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Renninger, lets it fly. Outside corner, fastball, strike 1. 0-1 count to Renninger. The runner on second base, De Jesus, has 9 stolen bases. He does a strange thing when he leads off. He bounces up and down.
Yeah,
freak
on the
out
balls
the pitcher.
of his feet.
There's the 0-1. Inside curveball, just misses. Ball 1. 1-1 count now for Renninger. Martinez had to get on top of that one. It bounced out of his glove just a bit.
You know, everybody has some kind of ritual. Every pitcher has a a different kind of wind-up.
Right.
Something different that they do. Base runners do something a little bit different when they lead off. Basketball players do weird things before they do their free throws.
Right. They have to bounce it a couple times or...
Yeah, like 5 times exactly.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd does that thing where he kind of kisses his hand and blows a kiss to the basket.
Hey,
yeah. Very superstitious athletes. I love it.
Here's the 1-1. Fouls it down there off a fastball coming low. So strike 2. 1-2 is the count now for Renninger. Still a runner on second base with 1 out. Renninger, let's see. Well, I'm glad we got rid of Roberts. Didn't let him get on base with his 23 stolen bases. But if Renninger gets on base, he does have only 3 stolen bases. And which is better than me, but less than.
He's another one of those strikeout 1 in 4 times. 28 strikeouts and 104 bats.
His 1-2 is a curve hitting the inside dirt for ball 2. 2-2 count now for Renninger. 1 out, still a runner on second.
Play Shearer's got to get those curveballs to fall for strike.
Yep.
Or at least be tempting enough to merit a swing.
Right.
But he was ahead in the count. Now even in the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still haven't seen the changeup from Kelly Shearer yet.
Nope.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch, checking his runner on second. And the runner on second was doing a little too much hopping, and Shearer took a break to make him get back over there.
Very nerve-wracking about somebody bouncing up and down behind you. I get nervous with that. Happened a lot in grade school.
I was a clown did that to me once. Here's the 2-2. Grounder to Boyer at second. Here's the throw to Trumbo. Gets the second out, but De Jesus gets the third base there. So sacrifice for Renninger there.
Yeah, he moves him over with the single. Did the right thing for his team.
2 outs. Yeah, 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the third. Still a scoreless game. Runner on third base for the Mustangs. Now batting their designated hitter, Miker Sandoval.
And he got to think about his last at-bat for a long time.
In the dugout of shame.
He reached on a fielder's choice, so it wasn't, negative thought.
Right. But he was left on, and that wasn't entirely his fault. But
no, it wasn't. He bats .273 on the season, 44 strikeouts and 140 at-bats.
His 0-0 pitch is a very slow curve on the outside for ball 1, 1-0 count. The curve from Shearer, left-handed pitcher, loops away and then comes into a right-handed batter. Here's the 1-0. That's a fastball inside, ball 2. 2-0 count now. These barely missing the inside and outside corners. 2-0 count now to Sandoval. 2 outs, runner on third base.
Not a good time to be missing the strike zone. Sandoval definitely should be a batter you go after.
2-0, swing and a miss on a high fastball. Martinez throws to third. It's overthrown. The runner decides to go. Morris throws to home, and it's just a bit too late, and a run scored in off that passed ball. And now the Mustangs lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. No more runners on base and 2 outs.
Somehow, I don't think Morris knew the ball was out of his glove. It took him a long time before he got up to go run it down. Yeah, so 1 score now, 1 run for the Mustangs.
The runner on third base, De Jesus.
An error for Martinez.
So there's the 2-0 count to Sandoval, and it falls inside again with a fastball, ball 3. 3-0 is the count. Here's the pitch to Sandoval. Gets a hold of it, fouls it off. Strike 1. 3-1 count now. 2 outs. No runners on base anymore.
All right, so I have to make sure I note how the run was scored.
Right. Shamley.
It's a chamois.
You can wash your car. Chamois.
Yeah.
Here's a 3-2. And a grounder into right field in the gap, and that's a single for Sandoval. And he reaches base again for the second time in the night. So now a runner on first base with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Next batting for the Billings Mustangs, the cleanup hitter, Jamie Langham, right fielder. Langham was out on a fielder's choice. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, he grounded out
a regular ground out, yeah. All right. He's got a runner on first base with 2 outs. Here comes Langham's 0-0. Shearer throws over to first base. Runner still safe over there. Still the 0-0 count for Langham. Langham last played with the Gulf Coast League Reds, which is the lowest team in the minor league organization for the Reds, Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, they're like our Arizona Angels.
Right,
our Mesa
Angels. Mm-hmm. He was acquired in the 27th round in 2004. He's got 16 RBIs and 3 home runs. Langham has, let's see, how many? He's only no stolen bases yet. He was caught stealing once. So he tried. Now I don't think he tries anymore. Here's his 0-0. Shearer throws over to first again. Runner still safe. That's 3 over there so far.
Oh, what is that rule? If you don't make it the first time,
Never try
again.
I think that's it.
Something like that. When the horse bucks you off, you run the heck away from it.
Because you might get kicked in the face.
That's right. You don't ever want to get kicked in the face by a horse.
You're supposed to keep your hand on a horse, right, as you walk around them, so they know where you are at all times.
Really?
Here's the 0-0. It's a pitch out, and that is ball one. Martinez decides not to throw. So the 1-0 count now for Langham, 2 outs and a runner on first.
Well, again, Sandoval has 9 stolen bases on the year, so they are worried about him, but I really think they just need to go after the batter at the plate. When they focus too much on the base running, it gets in their head. And anyways, second pitch is a fastball, hit the outside corner for strike one.
Good. The 1-1 count now for Langham with a runner on first and 2 outs. So Langham batting 204, second lowest in his lineup, so Chris is saying he was right. You might as well go for the batter. Not worry too much about that guy on first. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off into the bullpen of the Mustangs. I should say the corral, the house pen, the horse pen, the stable. The stable. Let's call it the stable.
Yeah, okay. Off into the stable.
The 1-2 count now for Langham. The Owlz have the, I think they were going to call the dugout something, but we decided against it. Like the nest or the perch or something like that.
Okay. Langham comes in. I'm not concentrating on that at all.
No.
He's 3 for 29 in his last 29 at-bats with 7 strikeouts.
The 1-2 is a curve inside, just missing the inside corner again. 2-2 count now for Langham. 2 outs, runner on first base still.
This is the guy that strikes out almost 1 every 2 at-bats.
Wow.
In that strikeout slump. So this is the one you want to go after. Sandoval goes.
There's the throw to second base, and he is saved. Albano, now that's Boyer covering second base there, went for the swipe down, and apparently the ump says he didn't swipe him in time. The foot of Sandoval was on second base bag there. I guess that's what happened.
Well, I tell you what, Martinez is throwing a little bit in front of the bag. He usually throws right on the bag or a little bit above, but this is a one-hopper coming into either Boyer or Station, whoever's covering the bag, and it's different. They have to grab it and swipe back instead of just grab it out of the air and drop the glove down.
The 3-2 to Langham is a grounder to Stacia. He's thrown out at first base. Thank goodness. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the third. The Mustangs now lead 1-0. Come on back.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We are now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Mustangs are leading 1-0. And still pitching out there for the Mustangs is Brandon Camardes. So far, Camardes has struck out 2 Owlz batters and walked 1. The Owlz have 1 hit on him.
Jesse. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Maybe there's a pronunciation in here.
Oh, hey.
Nope.
We're going to have Brad Kuhn leading off the inning for the Owlz, the only true left-handed bat in the lineup. He's the 9th batter, very bottom of the order.
Which is very strange. Never seen that before. He's usually 1 or 2.
Yeah, and went for a long time batting second, then switched into the leadoff spot. Put Station at second. So,
all right, here comes Kuhn's 0-0 pitch. He bunts it, And it is fouled down. There, strike one. 0-1 count to Kuhn. No outs, no runners on. Kuhn is from Willowick, Ohio. He last played with the University of Nashville. Acquired this year in the draft. He's batting .307 with 15 RBI. No home runs yet for Bradley Kuhn. Here comes Kuhn's 0-1 pitch. Lets it fly. The slow looping curve. It misses the outside. Ball one. 1-1 count now for Kuhn.
That's interesting. He moves from Ohio down to Nashville, Tennessee. One side of the line to the other side, if you know what I mean, in the Civil War times.
There's the 1-1 grounder to the first baseman, and he tags the bag there. 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the third. Mustangs still leading 1-0. We're back at the top of the lineup for the Owls with shortstop, Heinley Stacia.
He says first base because he put a 1 and a B to signify a single his first at bat.
No, I didn't.
No, well, okay.
I'm just dumb.
Oh. I'm really not big on building people up. So Heinley Stacia comes to the plate, having singled his last at bat. He's batting from the right side, switch hitter.
Yep. He's got 1 out and no runners on base. Stacia batting .284 again coming into the game. Here's his 0-0. The high fastball outside, just missing the outside high corner. Ball 1-0 count now to Stacia.
The Owls got to get something going. It's pretty early in the game still, and only a 1-run game, but it's just more comfortable for the pitcher to get some kind of a lead or back at least tied. Second pitch, a fastball low, ball 2.
So the fastball coming from pitcher Camardis, slowest I've seen it is 83. Fastest I've seen it is about 86 or 87.
Yeah.
And it's mostly around in between there. Here's the 2-0. And I don't know what that was, but it hit the outside corner for strike one. 2-1 count now.
Came in at 80 miles an hour, so looked straight.
Yeah.
Maybe his changeup.
Changing up by 3 miles.
There you go.
Nice work. Here's the 2-1 inside fastball. That is ball 3 for Stacia. 3-1 is the count now. Still no runners on and 1 out. Stacia last played with the Trinity Christian Academy, acquired in 2004. Stacia speaks 4 languages: Spanish, English, Dutch, and Papiamentu, his native island language. And there's his ball 4. Fastball inside, and Stacia gets walked. His second time on base tonight, and the second walk on the game for pitcher Camardis.
That'll bring Billy Boyer to the plate.
All right.
Billy Boyer got robbed his first at bat. He had that line out to center, and Brandon Roberts for the Mustangs had that great diving catch, and I just wanted to throw something at him. So, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, sure.
Threatened violence over there.
Well, softy ball.
I'm really, that's something doesn't have to be a mean thing.
Right.
That's right. Throw him a lollipop. Hey, you did great.
There you go.
Here's a gold star.
It hits him in the nose, though.
Take that.
Here's the 0-0, and wow, Boyer gets a hold of that one. The line drive right over the shortstop. His first pitch, and that's a single for Boyer. His first time on base tonight. Now runners on first and second with 1 out. Wow, first pitch hit right over the shortstop.
And he didn't want to go back to Brandon Roberts on that. He's like, okay, I can do another line drive, but to somebody else. Okay. And that, I think they announced that wrong. I think they announced Brett Martinez coming to the plate, but it's Dallas Morris.
Curses.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 1 out. Runners on first and second. The Mustangs still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Now batting Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Morris popped out to right field his last at-bat. It was going foul, and the right fielder Langham snagged it out of the air and robbed him as well.
Strangely, Morris doesn't do too well against, he does it all right, but not as well as he does against right-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
Only .255 against left-handed pitchers.
Here's his 0-0 pitch, and fouls it back into the net off a high curveball. Strike one. 0-1 is the count to Morris. Runners on first and second base.
Well, Dallas has done first pitch swinging. Both his at-bats now.
Yeah.
The first at-bat, the first pitch was the fly ball that got him out. But this one fouled back behind him.
Now, is that his decision?
It might be. It might just be a swing away call.
Sure.
Or Keith Johnson telling him before he comes to the plate, hey, he's throwing first pitch strikes.
Yeah,
first or second pitch strikes. Be on top of that.
The 0-1 is also fouled back. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count now. The staff for the Billings Mustangs, their field manager is Rick Burleson. Their pitching coach, Butch Henry. Their hitting coach, Jeff Young. Their athletic trainer, Bill Brewer. And their strength coach, Zach Jesvang.
Huh. Name like Butch. I think that's a great sports name,
Butch
especially
Henry,
for a coach.
Not
Butch
like
back there in the dugout says he didn't like that.
You don't want to mess with Butch. Don't make him mad. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Morris. Lets it fly. High fastball outside, ball 1. 1 and 2 is the count. Runners on first and second with 1 out.
Dallas comes into the game batting .317 tonight. That's dipped a little bit. He struck out 3 times in the first game of the doubleheader on Saturday, but again, he was feeling under the weather and opted to sit out the second game because of that. He's never struck out 3 times in a single game before.
Here's his 1-2 pitch. Inside fastball, just misses the inside. Ball 2. It's dropped by the catcher. Stacia tags back on second there. Catcher does not throw.
Stacia was almost halfway to third. Wow.
2-2 count now for Morris. Runner on first and second and 1 out.
Morris did a great job to lay off of that pitch. It was low in the zone and just a little bit low.
Yeah.
For ball 2.
Almost a delicious pitch.
Almost the yummy kind.
Kind that make your mouth water and your bat swing. Yep. Catcher Denovi going out to the mound there. Nope, he's just taking a little break for the give a chance to talk to the pitcher. The home run for all your garage door needs is All-Star Garage. All-Star Garage introduces its latest innovation in garage door remodeling, the Virtual Photo, which allows an on-site preview of your new garage door with instant before and after photos before you make the purchase. All-Star Garage, if we can't fix it, we won't charge you. 763-1114. SOS Staffing Services is proud to be a sponsor of Owlz Baseball. Is your company looking for top talent? Do you have open positions that must be filled with key players? SOS Staffing Services is Utah County's home team. SOS Staffing has 25 Utah offices strategically placed to recruit top talent. They specialize in permanent placements in all careers, temp to hire, and temporary employment. So the next time your business needs a home run, pick SOS Staffing Services. The entire infield was there on the mound with the...
first there was the pitcher and catcher, and then everybody came in. Like, hey, I want to know what's going on. It's like the gossip in the schoolyard.
Like when a fight
with one person, then another person. Hey, guys, he's going to pitch him a strike. We got to get in the right place. Got to get a good view here.
Right. All right, so 1 out. Moore is still at the plate. He's got a runner on first and second base. He's got the 2-2 count against him. And pitcher Hamardy's looking in there. Looks like he's ready to go. Sun finally setting out here at the home of the Owlz Stadium. It's very cool outside. Here's the 2-2 inside, and a blooper up in the air right to the shortstop, popped up, and that is out number 2. Still runners on first and second base. Bad luck there for Morris. Looked like it might have hit his fingers and part of the handle, and just blooped it up in the infield to the shortstop.
Well, it didn't get his fingers, or else he'd be shaking his hand, but it was just right there next to him. Yeah, just jammed him up with a curveball.
So stepping to the plate now will be Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. He's got a runner on first and second with 2 outs. Trumbo was walked in a ball 4 his last at-bat. His first walk in the game for pitcher Hamardy for the Mustangs.
And again, Trumbo, I said this is his last at-bat, is one of the best players to have at the plate right now in this situation with runners on against a left-handed pitcher. Bats very well against lefties.
His 0-0 is a very slow curve outside for ball 1, 67 miles an hour. Wow.
They'll have to be careful with Morris.
1-0 is the count now. Still runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Morris very good at doubles.
Trumbo.
I'm sorry, Trumbo. Trumbo very good with doubles and has 4 home runs on the season, 20 doubles. A lot of extra base hits. Either of those would clear the bases. He's got some speed out there.
There's the 1-0, cracks it out into right field. Underneath it is the second baseman who makes the third out there in shallow right field. Another blooper. So 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the third. Mustangs are still leading 1-0. Come on back.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations, want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
With energy
costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're on the top of the fourth inning. The Mustangs up at bat here. They lead 1-0 over your Orem Owlz. Still pitching out there for the Owlz, Kelly Shearer. So far, Shearer has allowed 3 hits. He's walked 1 and struck out 2.
And the one run that was allowed was not even his. It's an unearned run.
Okay.
That was scored on an error from a throwing error from Brett Martinez, the catcher. First ball is a fastball for ball 1, a little bit outside.
So 1-0 count to Ben Mummy at the plate right now for the Mustangs. Here's his 1-0. Curveball hits the inside corner. Strike 1. 1-1 count now for Mummy. No outs yet, no runners on. Mummy popped out his last at bat. Flew out. Here's his 1-1 pitch. Lets it fly. Way outside with a curve, going low, ball 2. 2-1 count now for Mummy.
This is the 4th inning of work for Kelly Shearer.
Yep.
And he's pitched about an average of about 20 pitches per inning so far.
His 2-1 is a grounder to Shearer at the mound there. He throws to Trumbo at first and gets the out at first base. Nice play by Shearer, spinning around, getting that high chopper out of the air. 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 4th. They still lead 1-0. Now batting Eric Iman, the shortstop. Iman struck out swinging his last at-bat. He's batting 167, lowest on the lineup tonight for the Mustangs. Do you agree?
I do.
Okay.
In my subtle, quiet way. I gave you the nod, Joey.
No, I can't see. That's why I do radio. I can't see.
So I can tell them what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you got it now. Now batting Eric Iman. Here comes Iman's 0-0 pitch. Lets it fly. Slow curve outside, just misses the outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Morris playing close to the grass over by third base. Trumbo pretty far back in the dirt. Here's the 1-0. Falls inside, fastball inside the corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now to Shearer. That seems that his fastball can do the job, but the curveball's having a hard time hitting that outside corner.
Yeah.
There's the 1-1, fouled down off an inside fastball. That is strike 2. 1-2 is the count now. 1 out, no runners on.
Well, we're seeing the infield change a little bit now. I think Morris was worried about a possible bunt attempt, so he's back to regular depth. It's a little bit unnatural to see him that far up onto the grass with a right-handed batter.
There's the 1-2, gets a hold of it, grounder to Trumbo. He scoops it up, runs to the bag, and does it himself. Nice out there. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 4th. They still lead 1-0. Now batting Josh Holden, the left fielder. Holden got the first hit on the night for the Mustangs with his single, and then he stole a base.
Shearer's got a lot of ground outs tonight. He's only allowed 2 batters to fly out.
Yeah.
The singles, I believe the singles were all on the ground. No, one was in the air. The other 2 were on the ground that poked through. So doing a good job at keeping the ball low in the zone and getting these guys to keep the ball on the ground.
The 0 pitch to Holden is a curveball outside for ball 1. Since Holden is a left-handed batter, Shearer's curve is now going towards him and then away over the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Holden. Inside fastball, catches the corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now for Holden. 2 outs, no runners yet on base.
I think that was the 2-seam cutter there.
Okay. Is it also called a cutter, or is that just a name?
I'm going to call it a cutter.
Okay. There's the 1-1 outside fastball going low. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Holden.
Well, here's me being uncharacteristically honest for a radio guy. I heard the term cutter a lot in baseball.
2-1 checks his swing, but he can't pull back in time for a fastball coming inside. Strike 2. 2-2 count now for Holden.
And I've known what a slider does,
right?
And I've known what a curveball does, and a changeup and a fastball. But I kept wondering, what is a cutter? Is that something different than a curveball? Something even more special? But I'm thinking it's the different kinds of fastballs that have movement on them instead of the four-seamer.
Oh, okay. The 2-2 is a fastball that just misses inside for ball 3. 3-2 count now for Holden. Again, Shearer with a 2-seamer and a 4-seamer fastball. And change up in a curve. Here's the 3-2 to Holden. Gets a hold of it. Grounder bounces right over Mark Trumbo off something in the sand, like a tremor or something. And there's the throw to second base, but Holden holds up on first. That one bouncing into right field. That was the worst hop I've ever seen. It bounced about 30 feet over Trumbo's head over there at first base. Man, that was bad.
Like the spray that Shamu puts up on the audience. Like, boom!
Bad hop there. Okay. So now a runner on first base, and they award that another hit for Holden. He now has 2 hits in the night. He's 2 for 2.
He stole the bases last time out. Those are 10th on the season, so they're going to be wary of him. But again, 2 outs. And my theory is go after the batter, who is Chris Denovi now. He struck out his last at bat.
Another good reason to go after him.
Mm-hmm.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Inside in the dirt with a fastball. Martinez gets on top of it quick, ready to make the throw. Runner still on first base. It's the 1-0 count now for Denovi. 2 outs and a runner on first.
I think Shear's going to make it through this inning. I predict he'll go at least a 5. And again, there's the 1 run that's unearned on the board
so far.
Other than that, and Shear is very good at not allowing runs, even when he gets into slight jams like this. And his pitch count can be up, and he can still go quite a ways in the game.
Okay, here's the 1-0 pitch. Lets it fly. Inside fastball catches the corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now for Denovi. 2 outs, runner on first base out there. Denovi from Aguero Hills, California. He last played with UCLA again. 11 RBIs, 2 home runs in the season. Here comes Denovi's. Shearer throws over to first base. Runner still safe over there. It's the 2-0 count for Denovi with 2 outs. A runner on first base.
We've got some fans out there waving to us. Oh, blowing kisses at us. Joey.
No, I didn't do that.
There's a...
pitch out. Runner goes. There's the throw to second base. Stacia holds up and tags him. Stacia covering the second base bag. Gets the tag out there, sweeping back. Nice play. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 4th. Mustangs still leading 1-0. Come on back.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross, Into the Blue, by Bei Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
Okay, I have got to know, how do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're now in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Mustangs still lead 1-0 over the Orem Owlz. Still pitching out there for the Mustangs, Brandon Camardes. So far, Camardes has struck out 2 Owlz batters and allowed 2 hits. He's walked only 2.
Is that right? Yeah, we've stranded runners on base twice out of the 3 at bats so far for the Owlz. Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody has advanced to third base.
Yeah.
They've just been out there and lonely.
Camardes, pitcher for the Mustangs, will be facing Marco Albano, Brett Martinez, and Anderson Rosario at the very least. So here comes Albano. He struck out swinging his last at-bat. Right-handed batter from Arlington, Massachusetts.
Can't say he didn't try.
That's true. That was a nice at-bat, too. All right, here comes the 0-0 pitch. No runners on, no outs. Here's the pitch. Lets it fly. It's an inside fastball hitting the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count now for Albano. Albano last played with Boston College. He comes in batting .203. Lowest in the lineup tonight. He's dead center. There's the 1-0, a nice grounder, but right to the pitcher's glove, and he throws to first base slowly for out number 1. That one I thought was going to get by the pitcher, Camardes, but
good reaction.
He snagged it. 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 4th. No runners on base, and now stepping to the plate, Brett Martinez, the catcher. Martinez struck out swinging his last at-bat as well.
He's been pretty cold at
top of 3 pitches.
Yeah, he's been very cold at the plate lately. He had a hot streak there a little while ago, batting .238 over his last 7 games.
His 0-0 pitch is a fastball that hits the inside for strike 1. 0-1 count to Martinez. 1 out, no runners yet on base.
What else has he done over his last 7 games? Had 1 home run, 8 RBIs, and there's a foul ball behind him, so strike 2.
0-2 for Martinez. Martinez last played with the Mesa Angels. He comes in batting .277, which is second highest in the lineup tonight for the Owls.
I don't think... What's that?
Never mind.
Oh, yeah. We will. Never mind.
We will.
Third highest. I think that's what you were going to say. But I'm going to differ. 4th highest.
You talking about?
Yeah, you got Kuhn down there at 307.
Oh, I missed Kuhn there. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss and a curve going outside. That is strike 3. And again, Brett Martinez strikes out swinging
on 3 pitches.
3 pitches. Man,
your pitcher just has his number.
Yeah. That ball written all over it.
Coming to the plate now is Anderson Rosario.
Yep.
2 outs now for the Owls. Rosario flied out to center his first at bat.
Another one of those balls caught by the wind and able for the center fielder to make the catch.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Rosario. It's a fastball, and he fouls it off into the dugout, over the dugout there, and that is strike 1. 0-1 count now.
I've got a wild imagination. Right now I was thinking about a ball caught by the wind, and what if a tornado just rips through the middle of the outfield when a ball is hit up there, and it just sends the ball out and it cans it? But would that still be a home run as long as it went the right direction?
I would think it would be a home run.
That'd be
because
awesome.
It's up to nature. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fouled down. Oh, then it's not a miss, Joey. It's an connection. But it's still strike 2 for Rosario. 0-2 count. 2 outs. No runners yet on base. Mustangs still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Rosario from Santo Diego, Dominican Republic. Here comes his 0-2. High fastball inside. Ball 1. 1-2 count.
Come on. Doesn't that just mean San Diego?
Yes, it does.
Santo Diego. You got to go with the long version of it.
Santo.
Instead of St. Paul, Minnesota, it'd be Saintly Paul, Minnesota.
There's the 1-2, another inside fastball, this time almost swiping Rosario on the knees. 2-2 count now for Rosario with 2 outs, no runners yet on base.
It's funny how an 84, 85 mile an hour fastball can still seem very fast to these hitters, just because they set themselves up for it, and then they'll face another pitcher going 95 miles an hour.
2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Camardes, pitcher for the Mustangs, has struck out the side in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs still leading 1-0. Come on back.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm so thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're not finally, but already in the top of the 5th inning.
It's about time.
Yeah, the Mustangs are still leading 1-0. Only 4 hits so far for the Mustangs and 2 hits for the Owls. Still pitching out there for the Owls, Kelly Shearer. So far, Shearer has allowed, again, 4 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned, and he has struck out 2. Yes. He'll be facing now bottom of the lineup, Michael De Jesus.
No, he's still got Denovi. He didn't finish his at bat. Shows bunt, pulled back, ball 1.
Holden was caught stealing, and now Denovi is at the plate, the catcher. Here's his 1-0 pitch, and it's a high fastball outside for ball 2. 2-0 count now. No outs, no runners yet on base.
I think it was good for the Owls to catch Holden stealing because now they get to face the 8 and 9 batters instead of having to work on the top of the order again.
The 2-0 is a fastball that just misses the inside. That was so close. 3-0 count now for Denovi. No outs, no runners on. Here comes his 3-0 pitch. And a fastball hits the inside. Strike 1. 3-1 count now.
Owls have some action in their bullpen. And I can't tell exactly who that is. Is that the Georges? I'm tempted to say it's the Georges, but I'm not sure.
3-1. Pop fly out in the right field. Rosario's underneath it, back by the warning track, and that is out number 1. Nice catch by Rosario, taking only a couple steps to his left. 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 5th. They still lead 1-0. Now batting number 4, Michael De Jesus, the second baseman. He had an infield single his last at bat.
That's right. That was the. And he was the one that scored on the passed ball.
Yep, that's right. Come in for the run scored.
I put passed ball, but that was I guess it's a passed ball. They threw it past Morris at third.
Oh, it's an overthrown.
Right.
Yeah. That first pitch falls the inside corner with a fastball for strike 1. The fastest pitch I've seen so far from Shearer, 89 miles an hour. 0-1 count now, 1 out, no runners on base. De Jesus at the plate for the Mustangs. Here's his 0-1 pitch. Inside, curveball just misses the inside. Ball 1, 1-1 count now.
De Jesus comes to the plate. We already talked about that. But he's batting .250 on the year. 1 home run, 18 RBIs. There's a swing and a foul down. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on De Jesus.
That one bouncing into the dirt there. 1-2 is the count now. 1 out, still no runners on base. De Jesus from Valrico, Florida. Last played with the Coastal Carolina League. Acquired in the 15th round in 2005. That's actually pretty high round pick for the lineup tonight.
That's true.
Yeah.
I wonder how many parents are like, okay, who's going to get my kid? What team picks him? And then if that team is geared towards one side of the country or the other.
There's the 1-2, and it's a grounder to Boyer at second. And Trumbo gets the out at first base there. Nice throw from Boyer then right before the runner. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 5th. They still lead 1-0. Now batting back to the top of the lineup, Brandon Roberts, the center fielder. So it's just kind of luck where they get sent, and it might be the other side of the country.
And I was thinking about that, like we've got a lot of kids from Florida, Santrell's from Georgia, a couple kids from Massachusetts.
Right.
And then Ohio even. But the Angels organization, all their teams seem to be out west.
Right.
The farthest east they go is Iowa,
right.
With Cedar Rapids.
There's the 0-0 pitch now to Roberts. Pardon me. Fastball inside, ball 1. 1-0 count now.
So that just adds traveling time. And I know there's the Florida League. Maybe some of them go, please, get on a team that has a team on the Florida League so we can see you.
Yeah. Another fastball inside for ball 2. 2-0 count now for Roberts. 2 outs, no runners yet on base.
Carolina League seems to be popular. The Texas League, the Gulf Coast League, those are all big ones.
The 2-0, another grounder to Boyer at second and thrown out at first base there. Boyer getting all the action this inning. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 5th. The Mustangs still leading 1-0. Come on back.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoli! It's Beto's time.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible, yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Mustangs still lead 1-0 over your Orem. And still pitching out there, Brandon Camardis for the Mustangs. So far, he has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Owlz batters. He's walked 2 and allowed 2 hits.
Yeah, he's been very good tonight, unfortunately, for our side.
Yeah. He'll be facing the bottom 2 of the lineup, Santrell Smith and Bradley Kuhn, the back to the top with Stacia. So here comes Smith to the plate. He's got a grounded out second base his last at bat. He's batting .272 coming into the game. He's got no outs, no runners on base. Bottom of the 5th inning, Mustangs still lead 1-0. Here we go.
Santrell coming to the plate tonight, batting .272 on the season, kind of raising the average a little bit. The last couple of days, he's been hitting pretty well.
Here's his 0-0, and he cracks a line drive into left field off a first pitch fastball, and that's a single for Santrell Smith. That one got right in front of left fielder Holden, and they couldn't make the throw anywhere. So Santrell Smith now on first base with his first hit on the night and the third hit on the night. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So let's see. Now stepping to the plate will be Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder. A great opportunity for Kuhn to advance the runner, and even with a bunt, he could maybe advance Santrell Smith to third base with his speed.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they'll go with a bunt here. And a bunt with Kuhn is a possible base hit, but it would do the damage of getting a runner on second at least. We may see a stolen base first before we see the sacrifice bunt attempt, but I expect some pitch outs here too.
And pitcher Camardis thrown over to first base. Runner still safe. So it's the 0-0 count for Kuhn. No outs yet. Runner on first out there. Kuhn grounded out to first base his last at-bat. He's batting .307 coming into the game. That is second highest in the lineup tonight for the Owls. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. He goes for the bunt, but a fastball gets him on the outside corner for strike one. Did not pull back in time. Well, it didn't really matter. It hit the outside. 0-1 count now for Kuhn. No outs. Runner on first base.
And Kuhn is 1 for 7 with on the double header.
Yep.
Picked up a single.
Okay.
He has 43 hits, I believe. 43 hits. 40 of those singles.
0-1 goes for the bunt again, but a curveball hits the outside corner. Strike 2. 0-2 count now for Kuhn. No outs. Runner on first.
I think Kuhn's just not seeing the ball well coming from this left-handed pitcher. Doesn't have a lot of at bats against lefties anyway. Right. But in this particular case, he seems to be struggling to pick up that ball. Both those strikes very well placed by the pitcher, but something that both of them balls that Kuhn usually should be able to get to with a right-handed pitcher.
There's the 0-2 way outside with a curveball. Ball 1. 1-2 count now for Kuhn.
Now that's interesting. Kuhn showed bunt again with 2 strikes on him. He's confident.
He's the bunt master.
Yeah, he can put that down.
Interesting. Kuhn went to North High in Eastlake, Ohio. Goes to college at Treuca Nazara University studying sports exercise science. Kuhn from Willowick, Ohio. Here comes his 1-2. Runner goes. It's outside. There's the throw to second base.
And it's overthrown into...
Oh, boy.
It bounced off Santrell and stays in the infield. So a stolen base.
That one bouncing off of Santrell Smith's legs. He's fine out there on second. And the 2-2 count now for Kuhn. No outs, and now a runner on second base. And a stolen base for Santrell Smith.
Make it 5 on the season now.
Cool, man.
Seems to be reading the sign a bit better and swapping a couple more bags out there. This kid is going to be amazing. The stolen base leader in the major leagues right now is Scott Podsednik with 54. The next closest guys both have 41. And Scott Podsednik did not start stealing bases very well last year for the Brewers, this year for the White Sox. until just last year. He finally put it together and just started stealing bags like crazy.
And once you learn it, you probably can do it just like nothing.
Yes, exactly. And we're in this weird era where we don't see as many stolen bases. We got a lot of catchers who are better at that. A lot of pitchers keep batters on better. But, I mean, you used to see up in the 80s or 100 or more in a season. Ricky Henderson, Vince Coleman, some of those guys had those kinds of numbers. But Stantrell Smith has that kind of speed. He could be that kind of base runner.
Mm-hmm. There's a 2-2. It's a fastball that hits the outside corner, strike 3. And this one, Kuhn strikes out looking. An interesting pitch there from Darcy, just hitting the outside corner, a little bit of movement on it, maybe his two-seamer fastball. So 1 out now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the 5th. The Mustangs still leading 1-0. We have 1 out with a runner on second. Stepping to the plate now, top of the lineup, Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. Stacia's 1 for 1 on the night with a single. He was walked his last at-bat.
He's a pretty good guy to have at the plate.
Yep.
1 for 1 with a single. He seems to be reading Camardes pretty well.
The 0-0 is fouled off. Strike 1. 0-1 is the count now for Stacia.
I think I almost called their pitcher Kamikaze. Is that wrong?
No.
Kamikaze Camardes.
That's a cool name.
That would be a cool name. What's your nickname? Kamikaze Camardes. Kamikaze Chameleon.
How dare you bring Culture Club into this booth? Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a slow curve outside for ball 1. 1-1 count now for Stacia. Runner on second and 1 out.
And it's not like there's not a sign up right here on the corner saying no Culture Club in this booth. I apologize. I'm sorry. I broke the rules. I'm going to leave.
And no Bananarama or Wham.
Oh, Wham?
No.
I was doing the skip to work today.
So much good 80s music, you don't need that kind. All right? All right, here's the 1-1 pitch to Stacia. Gets a hold of it. Single right over the shortstop. There goes Stacia to first. Santrell holds up on third, decides to run, and then holds back and comes back to third base there. The throw came in from the center fielder to the second baseman and held up Smith just a bit.
There seemed to be a slight bobble in the outfield.
Yeah.
But Smith thought better of it. KJ said, go, no. Go, no. And the runner's on the corners now with 1 out.
Stacio's now 2 for 2 in the night with another single. That is the 4th hit on the game for the Owls. So now runners on the corners, 1 out. Mustangs still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Now stepping to the plate, number 7, Billy Boyer.
Another bat that you want to see up here right now. Billy Boyer should be 2 for 2, but he's 1 for 2. Singled his last at bat and had that line out to center. He got robbed with a diving catch. All the Kings men are coming to the mound now, and they're going to have a little conference and talk about what they've done wrong.
Did you know that Stephen Tenniger College offers students of all ages a no-nonsense, fast-track approach to your education? They help you achieve your education and career goals with associate's and bachelor's degrees in medical, business, and computer. They offer financial aid and scholarships, work-friendly class schedule, small class sizes, hands-on training, and career services. Take a tour of the new Orem campus on Sand Hill Road, 1 block south of the Orem Super Walmart. Call 375-5455 for an appointment. Hours are 8 to 8. That's 375-5455. When the Owls built their stadium, they went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting. Let them take the hassle out of your construction needs. And when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right. Gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July or any holiday by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children and always use trigger-locking devices and gun safes. A community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for Brandon Camardes.
All right.
Well, Kamikaze's going to take his seat on the bench, and after only 63 pitches, again, the Mustangs hold their pitchers to 75, their starters.
Oh, that's right.
Have those paired. And the next pitcher is supposed to only pitch 45 before they go past that. We're going to have number 54. See who that is.
Okay, I'll find out for you.
He's a righty.
He is Carlos Fisher.
Carlos Fisher, okay.
Now pitching for the Billings Mustangs, number 54, Carlos Fisher. Fisher's a right-handed pitcher. He's 6'4". He's from Duarte, California. Last played with Lewis Clark State College, drafted in the 11th round in 2005.
Pretty high.
Fisher has a record.
He's He's brand new, isn't he?
Yeah. Record of 4-2, though. Wow. 4.42 ERA on 36 2/3 innings pitched. 31 strikeouts and 12 walks. Why didn't they start with this guy?
Well, half the time
that's right. They switch up.
Yeah, next time they come around the rotation, he'll be starting. 4-2 record, that's pretty darn good. Well, he's taking his warm-up shots, and we still have not. We've had the action, the Owlz bullpen, but we have not seen a relief effort. Kelly Shearer was very good his last inning, retiring all three batters quickly.
Fisher, new pitcher for the Mustangs, has not pitched in a while. Last game, quite a while ago, and he pitched 3 1/3 innings. He allowed 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Wow,
he got
6
the loss
earned runs. That sounds like the guy we want to go against right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And here we have some of our. I don't know if this was the best move to make. You know, Boyer's been hitting well against Camardes, but behind him is Dallas Morris. And Morris doesn't hit very well against lefties, but he sure hits well against righties.
Yeah, bad time to put this guy in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, time will tell, but I predict a bad choice.
All right. Well, we got Owls have 1 out. They have runners on the corners. The Mustangs are still leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Now batting, number 7, Billy Boyer. Again, Boyer's 1 for 2 on the night with a single, getting the second hit on the night for the Owls. Batting .244 coming into the game. He has 7 home runs, second place on his team with home runs after Dallas Morris with his 8. All right, Boyer's ready.
7, like the number on his back.
That's right.
And as soon as he gets 8, we'll swap him with whiskey, and he'll be number 8,
and he'll catch. And Boyer takes a little break there. Boyer from Auburn, Washington again.
It's funny you should say, and he'll catch. There's not a whole lot of players that are that versatile. There's only been 2 times in Major League history that one player has played all 9 positions.
Really?
In the field, yes, including pitcher and catcher.
Wow.
And I forgot the names of those guys.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chris.
I'm sorry, I got your hopes up.
It's like telling me about Christmas and then, we're not doing Christmas this year.
We'll talk about Christmas in a second.
Why was the crowd booing?
Yeah, the boos aren't for any kind of pitch or bad call. The boos are because they're taking a long time.
Play ball, come on.
Before they're getting ready to pitch to Boyer. Boyer was standing in the box for a while before the catcher,
Dinovi.
You correct me this time. All right.
Take that.
I owe you one.
There's the 0-0. It's a fastball, and he fouls it off there. Strike 1. The Owls are going to have to get used to a higher speed fastball from this new pitcher. That one coming in at 91.
Yeah, I'm guessing low 90s. He'll probably top out around 93. We'll see.
0-1 is the count now for Boyer with 1 out and runners on the corners. New pitcher so far showing his fastball. I don't know quite what else he has.
Straight heat.
Mm-hmm. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Boyer. Way outside. It's a pitch out. Of course, it's way outside.
Or a wasted pitch in this case.
Wasted pitch, and it does not throw. 1-1 count now for Boyer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're getting our staff around us in here. You know, we have our conferences like they do on the pitching ground, and we say, hey, look, this is what I want with my voucher.
I'm going to sit in my chair, and I'm going to look at the game.
And if you could look up these things.
Here's the 1-1, fouled off again, off a high fastball, strike 2. 1-2 count now for Boyer with runners in the corners and 1 out. Boyer last played with the Mesa Angels, acquired in 2003. Let's see what else I have. I think I have one more thing about Billy Boyer that's interesting. Oh, Pioneer League Championship last year. Boyer was part of the Pioneer League team.
Well, he bounced around a little bit last year, but he ended up with the Pioneer League Championship team. I believe he has his bling-bling.
True that. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss on an inside fastball. That one coming in 94, and that is strike.
No, it looks like he got a piece of it.
Oh, so foul down. 1-2 count still for Boyer. All right.
Yeah, I didn't want to see him go out like that. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. That would be his, 60-something strikeout?
That would be
62. Mm-hmm. But it isn't. So it's still the 1-2 count for Boyer with a runner on first and third. 1 out. Pitcher looking in. Boyer takes a little break there, giving the signal for time.
As Joey referenced, Boyer comes into the game with 61 strikeouts. 61, a special number in baseball. Used to be the single-season home run record.
That's right, before McGuire?
Before McGuire and all the question marks around the new home run people. And then Bonds after that, breaking the record again.
1-2, runner goes. It's inside. There's the throw to second. Runner.
Double steal. And both of them are safe. Sancho Smith at home. It's a 1-1 game. Page made it into second base, so 2 steals.
I didn't know what happened out there in second base. The ump didn't make a call. He was in the way of the runner trying to get out of the way, and Sancho Smith took the opportunity to come into home. It's tied now, 1-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on second, 1 out. That is a double steal. Is that what you called it?
Yes. Wow. And a delayed double steal. And I'm not sure on this, but I think, I know that's Sancho's second stolen base for tonight.
On the same.
I think that counts as an RBI for him. Not really batted in, but he ran himself in.
Cool.
He did the work.
Oh. All right, here's the 2-2 to Boyer. And cracks it down the third base line. Bounces over the third baseman. There goes Stacia to third. Boyer holding up on first. Stacia decides to hold up. The throw came in from left field a little too early. So now runners again on the corners with 1 out. Nice hit there by Boyer, cracking it right over the third baseman, Renninger.
Wow.
A nice single, so
things going good this inning.
Boyer now 2 for 3 in the night, and that's the 5th hit on the night for the Owls.
I just wish that first one landed for Boyer, because he would be 3 for 3 now. He's
brilliant.
Doing great tonight.
So the score is now tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. The Owls have 1 out, and again, runners on the corners. And stepping to the plate now, another dangerous hitter, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Sadly, Morris has popped out both of his at-bats, which shows nothing for his quality.
Yeah, it makes him 0 for his last 5 at bat, going back into the doubleheader.
Right.
But that's being such a consistent hitter as he is, and very good against right-handers.
Right.
This is the time I think we expect something out of Dallas Morris now. We can say it's better than a 50-50 chance.
There's
and
the
right up the middle.
And it's a line drive up the middle there. There goes Stacia home. Boyer going to second. He holds up.
He's going to third now.
Boyer decides to run. Here comes the throw to the second baseman. He can't throw anywhere. And runners now again on the corners, and a single RBI for Dallas Morris there, bringing in Billy Boyer for the run scored.
Folks, it's a singles fiesta. That's the 38th RBI on the season for Dallas Morris. He's been without an RBI for a couple games here, but now that's
that was
38.
Heinley Stacia, pardon me, coming in for the run scored. So a single RBI from Dallas Morris. He now has 38. He brings in Heinley Stacia for the run score. The Owls now lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Wow.
4 singles in a row in succession. And those couple stolen bases, this is just great to watch. Now 2-1, Owls leading over the Mustangs. Mark Trumbo's going to be coming to the plate, but we're having a powwow on the mound, talking about how they're going to approach Trumbo. This lines Kelly Shearer up for the win, and should the Owls be able to hold on to this lead, this would be Kelly Shearer's first win of the season.
That hit there from Morris used the wind to its advantage. It had quite a curve on it, falling in shallow gap in right center field, going right over a little English, a little back spin, popping right over the second baseman. The Owls are doing a great job of hitting their line drive just barely above the heads of the infielders, and not too high for the pop out.
I'm gonna move to my golf announcing here.
Okay.
And there's a swing in the drive, and the ball hits the green, rolling back towards the pin.
How do you ever know if something good or bad happens if they hit the same momentum, the same monotone?
Yeah,
there's a dragon on the field now.
He's breathing fire.
There's fire, and
47 people are now
the earth has split open,
engulfed in flame,
and that's a birdie.
My hair is also on fire.
Howdy, all right, 1 out. Runners on the corners. Owls leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Now batting Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Here comes Trumbo's 0-0. It's a fastball hitting the outside corner, barely. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Trumbo. Wow. Trumbo, another dangerous batter to have up right now, batting .273. Sadly, he's been walked. And, well, not sadly, that's a good thing. But
he popped up the second. Was stranded out there on base his first time, but he's another extra base hits guy, 20 doubles, 4 home runs. He's going to call timeout and step out of the box for just a second.
Trumbo leads the league with his 20 doubles. Trumbo was an 18th round pick, first picked as a pitcher, then to third base, then to first. Here's his 0-1, and he cracks it out to center field. It's a line drive that bounces in front of the center fielder, and there goes Billy Boyer in for the run scored, and a single RBI for Mark Trumbo. The Owls now lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on first and second with 1 out.
Who will stop these singles Who will stop them, stand up to them, and say, no more?
No
5 in a row for the Owls.
Wow. So Mark Trumbo now with 27 RBIs in the season, and his first hit on the night. The Owls now have 7 hits. Okay, so runners on first and second, 1 out. We now lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Now batting Marco Albano, the designated hitter. Albano has struck out and grounded out his first 2 at-bats. He came in batting .203 to this game. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. It's a fastball, outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 count, not to fret.
Oh, no.
We've seen this happen before.
There will be no fretting here.
Coming from
No. Let's see what Marco does with runners on and runners in scoring position. Let's do. Seek that information.
All right, so the 0-1 count for Albano. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Pitcher,
.095 in scoring position, .083 with runners on base.
0-1 is a swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 2, 0-2 count for Albano.
But the point is he has hit it with runners on base and in scoring position at least once or twice. He has a home run in this situation.
Is that stat just something for us to look at and hindsight, or can you really tell a batter's attitude when there's runners on? Is it a nervous type thing? Here's the 0-2, outside fastball.
Runners go. It's pass ball.
It's dropped by the catcher, so they go double steal?
Well, it won't be called a stolen base because it is a pass ball. It's not a true stolen base.
They were
otherwise.
stealing.
Yeah, and what a shock. You know, you got Dallas Morris with only 3 stolen bases on the year, Mark Trumbo with 1 in 2 attempts.
And they decided to both run.
And they're both going. So
interesting. So now runners on second and third with 1 out.
Third move seemed to fluster DeNovi pretty good.
Yeah.
Now runners really in scoring position.
He kind of lost the ball and had no energy to pick it up. It fell. I don't know what to do. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Strike 3 for Albano. He has struck out swinging for the second time tonight. 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 5th. We still lead 3-1. Now batting Brett Martinez, the catcher. Martinez sadly has struck out his first 2 at-bats off of 3 pitches each.
Yeah, but now coming up against a right-handed pitcher, which he hits much better against righties.
Yep.
Here's only 100 against lefties. First pitch, high, fastball, ball.
Ball 1. 1-0 count to Martinez. 2 outs, runners on second and third. You got the...
I do. Brett Martinez comes in here with runners in the scoring position, batting .323, and .316 with runners on base.
Cool.
It's good signs, good news for us.
Here's his 1-0, and fouls it back there. Strike 1, high fastball, 1-1 count. I've seen about 100 fastballs from this guy and about 2 curves. I don't know what he's doing. He's just letting us have him.
Martinez put up a couple RBIs at the very, very beginning of the season. Got himself up to 10. Then had a long drought, and then all of a sudden over the last 7 games put up another 8 RBIs.
Wow.
So, he's figured a way to put clutch singles through and whatnot.
1-1, slow curve outside, ball 2. 2-1 count now to Martinez.
There's the curve ball, like you asked for.
There it is. Thank you.
There's a curve there.
Sure.
Fishing for a curve.
That's right. He really baited me in there.
He wormed me along.
Right. Lured me. Here's the 2-1, and a high pop fly blooped up over the second baseman, and the catch is made, and that's 3 outs, leaving runners on second and third. That ends the bottom of the 5th. We still lead 3-1. Come on back to the top of the 6th after this.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, "I can give you wings," and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other Wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, Wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying Wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wing, and thanks for tuning in. What a beautiful game out here for the Orem Owls. It's a beautiful night out here at the home of the Owls Stadium, and the Owls are now leading 3-1 as we enter the top of the 6th inning. And who's coming in?
I believe this is Andy Hill on the mound now, coming in for relief. Kelly Shear's going to be done after his 5 innings. Tossed a pretty good game.
Heck yeah.
5 innings. And let's see, let's count up his numbers. He struck out 2, I believe, on the night. Gave up 3 hits. No, 4 hits. 4 hits. 4 hits. There we go. 2 strikeouts. Walked, did he walk 2? 1.
Yes. 2.
There you go. Wait a minute.
No, he walked 1. Only 1, yeah.
Okay. There you go. Not too bad.
So, pitching now for the Orem. Go ahead, you done?
1 run, but unearned.
Okay, that's right, yeah.
No earned runs.
Cool. So he stays at 3.45.
Yeah,
nice.
Good.
All right.
Well, less now. He drops quite a bit.
Does he get... Oh, really?
Yeah.
It doesn't just add. It can detract?
Oh, yeah.
Detract? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay, so Andy Hill now facing second in the lineup, J.D. Renninger, the third baseman. Hill is from Olympia, Washington. Last played with Brewster High School, drafted in 2003. He's a right-handed pitcher, 6'3". That last one, fastball, outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 is the count for Renninger. No outs, no runners yet on base.
Owls on top 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. They did some damage last inning with a bunch of singles, just chipped away at the Mustangs.
3-1, curveball inside corner, strike 2, 1-2 count to Renninger. Hill comes in the game with a record of 2-3, a 4.78 ERA on 26 1/3 innings pitched. Here's his 1-2 pitch to Renninger. Gets a hold of it. It's a slapper to the shortstop.
Backhanded.
Scoops it up, backhanded, throws to Trumbo, makes the rocket across the diamond for out number 1. Nice throw there by Stacia, the shortstop. 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 6th. We still lead 3-1. Now batting will be Miker Sandoval, the designated hitter. And Andy Hill, let's see, let me finish his line. He's got 28 strikeouts and 11 walks.
All right.
Work.
So Miker Sandoval comes to the plate, having batted twice so far tonight. First pitch is a curveball.
Wow, inside corner.
The corner.
Strike 1.
He's reached twice, fielder's choice,
okay,
and a single, and he stole a base after that.
Pretty busy. Here's his 0-1 pitch. That's fastball, outside corner, strike 2, 0-2 count from Hill. Hill also has the slider that he uses.
He does.
Quite commonly.
And effectively, too.
Yeah.
His first 3 outings of the season got roughed up, kind of just had trouble getting things to fall down, but then calmed down, and his ERA has been going down quite a bit since then. That one fouled off. Curveball fouled behind him. Still strike 2. Miker Sandoval comes in with 44 strikeouts in his 141 at bat.
Thanks, Duke. Here's the 0-2. It's a high pop fly into left center field. Underneath it is Kuhn. And
very
Kuhn
high.
makes the easy catch like a can of corn for out number 2. So 2 outs for the Mustangs here in the top of the 6th. We still lead 3-1 over those guys. Now batting Jamie Langham, the right fielder. Langham has grounded out his first 2 at-bats.
Shortstop both times, yeah. We've got some regular fans here who like to
poke their heads in.
Yeah, get right in front of our window.
They think they're like, hey, hi, good to see you, and they're right in the way. And so I appreciate it, but, you know.
It's not a funny game.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. It's high and inside with a fastball for ball 1. 1-0 count to Langham. 2 outs, no runners on base.
Langham looks in with a 1 ball, 1 strike against him. Here's the pitch.
Watches it go by, hits the outside corner fastball, strike 1. 1-1 count now for Langham.
Wonder if he dwells on that at all. Why did I swing at that? Is he going to lick the guy in front of here is going to lick the glass in front of us?
There's a 1-1. Curveball inside, ball 2. 2-1 count now, just in the inside. Let's see, what else have I got on Hill? Lettered in basketball and baseball in high school, at Brewster High School.
No football, huh?
No football.
Ah.
Here's the 2-1 to Hill. Gets a hold of that one. High pop fly going over left field. Very high, still in the air. And looks like Kuhn's going to get this one as well, and he does in shallow left field. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 6th inning. The Owlz still leading 3-1. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Sack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come sack out for yourself at the Love Sack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Sack.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. The Orem Owls definitely not monkeying around out here with the Owls Stadium. We leave 3-1 over the Billings Mustangs as we enter the bottom of the 6th. The Owls putting up 3 runs in the last inning thanks to a RBI single from Morris, an RBI single from Trumbo,
and a stolen base at
home base.
That double steal, Stacia stealing second, allowing Stancho Smith to.
That was cool.
Comes right across home plate.
Still pitching out there for the Mustangs, Carlos Fisher. He'll be facing bottom 3 of the lineup, Rosario, Smith, and Kuhn. So here comes Anderson Rosario. He's got the 0-0 count, no outs, no runners on. Here's his pitch, lets it fly, and looks like he fouls it down for strike 1, 0-1 count.
And Rosario has struck out and flied out tonight, batting .252 coming into the game. He does have 1 home run on the season. That came quite a while ago. And I think that was July 14th in Missoula. That one fouled behind him. A fastball, so strike 2.
The 0-2 count now for Rosario. When did Fisher come in?
He came in relief last inning, right after Stacia single.
Okay.
And he pitched to Boyer.
There's the 0-2 way outside with a fastball, ball 1. 1-2 count now for Rosario. I want to make sure I know what batter these guys faced. Okay. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Rosario. Lets it fly. Another outside curveball, way passed by the catcher, bouncing off of his knee into the dugout. And that is ball 2. 2-2 count now for Rosario.
All right, so Rosario, well, not having to show that much patience. These last pitches have been kind of junky, so here's a 2-2 pitch.
Lets this one fly. High fastball, just misses the high outside corner for ball 3. 3-2 count now for Rosario. No outs yet, no runners on base. Rosario batting .252 coming into the game. He last played with Liceo Nocturno Almirante School. Here's his 3-2 pitch. High fastball misses again, ball 4. And Rosario gets walks. His first time on base tonight.
Only his 7th walk on the season.
Cool.
Out of 103 at bats.
Really? Oh, that's
105 at bats now.
That's a free swinger.
Yeah, 47 strikeouts on the season and only 7 walks. So they should have gone after him a little bit more aggressively. That'll bring Stantrell Smith to the plate.
I wonder if you could count the times that
of course I can count, Joey.
Count the times that Rosario swung and missed on a pitch that was coming inside or outside, and you could find how many of those strikeouts would have been walks for Rosario and change up that stat a little bit.
That's not one we're privy to. You could do that.
Yeah. But it would be kind of hard because you would never know with a pitch, because as long as he swings and misses, it's a strike. You don't know the place in the strike zone.
We're so detail-oriented in baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball fans are just weird. Football fans are like, yeah, they hit each other. Great.
Oh, thinking. All right, so runner on first, no outs. Now batting Stantrell Smith. Smith so far has had a single with 2 stolen bases on the night. Here comes his 0-0 pitch, lets it fly. Swing and a miss, inside fastball, strike 1. 0-1 count for Smith. Smith now has 10 stolen bases? 6 stolen bases, pardon me.
Yeah, almost doubling his count tonight. Now, both those stolen bases came in the same round, trip around the bases.
Right.
Grabbed 90 feet after a single. Then got moved over with
the dangerous
with
90.
Stacia's single and then stole home.
0-1 is another swing and a miss and an outside curve, chasing that one for strike 2. 0-2 count now for Smith. Still a runner on first with no outs.
I think that reminds me a little bit of the movie Major League. Willie Mays Hayes gets on base. He goes, "You going somewhere?" Or I think the catcher says something to him like, "You're going somewhere," and he says, "It's about 360 feet," and he takes it down 90 feet at a time and steals all of them.
There's the 0-2. This time Smith holds up on an outside fastball for ball 1. Nice job there by Smith. 1-2 is the count now for Smith with a runner on and no outs. Smith from Atlanta, Georgia, last played with the Mesa Angels. He came in batting .272 into this game. He's got 3 home runs and 21 RBIs under his belt. Acquired in the 2003 draft. Runner almost leading off there. That's Rosario on first base. The pitch came up. The throw came over there. Runner still safe.
Mm-hmm.
I just used the most complicated way to describe what just happened. You see the ball traveling westward towards the... Here's the one.
Was westward. Very good.
Oh, I didn't know. Runner goes 1-2, grounder to the shortstop. Rosario getting to second base, thrown out. There's a throw to first, and it's late, so Smith reaches on that fielder's choice. Rosario thrown out at second base there. So 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 6th. We still lead 3-1 and still have a runner on first base.
That'll bring up Brad Kuhn, and he gets to face a right-handed pitcher now, much better against righties. So.
That is, pardon me. Oh, go ahead. Smith get in trouble, quote-unquote in trouble, for hitting it somewhere where his lead runner gets thrown out?
Not in trouble, but...
maybe he should have hit it somewhere else. Or tried to, at least. I mean, of course he tried to. But
what you want to do is avoid the double play ball. That would have been a double play ball had Iman come up with it more cleanly and Stantrell being, or if he were a slow runner. That one to the shortstop, and
Kuhn
beats it into a single.
Has a grounder to the shortstop that he throws just a tad too late, and Kuhn is darn fast. So a single for Bradley Kuhn, and now runners on first and second with 1 out. First pitch.
Well, you got 2 fast runners out there, and Stantrell Smith had gotten to second base before shortstop Eric Iman could come up with it. So no play at second. He had to go for Kuhn at first, and Kuhn had beat it out, and that brings up Heinle Stacia.
Like, who do you pick?
Yeah.
Who's going to be faster? Who's slower?
It's which evil is worse, or which talent is not as good. These guys are both very fast.
So 1 out, runners on first and second. Here's Heinle Stacia at the plate. He's got the 0-0 count. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Stacia, looking back in the runner, and cracks it foul. Strike 1, 0-1 count to Stacia.
First pitch swing, and Statia's 2 for 2 tonight. Couple of singles and a walk. Stole a base his last time around there, facilitating Stantrell's being able to steal home.
So Kuhn on first base with his 13 stolen bases. Smith on second with his 6 stolen bases.
And Stacia at the plate with his 8 stolen bases.
Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. It's a high pop fly.
Runner's got to go back.
Smith's got to tag back to second. And the catch is made by the third baseman, Reiniger. So good job for Smith tagging back there. But that's 2 outs. A pop-up from Stacia.
Yeah, Smith had reached third base already and had to get up and go back right away. So it was going to be a double steal call, but... Now 2 away for the Owls.
That was actually a nice catch by the third baseman. He went all the way to the railing that goes by the dugout of the Owls and grabbed it over the railing.
Yeah, had the presence of mind to stop and not go over the railing.
Right, good job.
Wait for it patiently.
All right, so the Owls still leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. They have 2 outs and a runner on first and second base. Now batting Billy Boyer. Boyer's 2 for 3 in the night with his 2 singles. Bam.
And one of those singles came off of Fisher.
Right, his second one. And he came in for a run scored as well. All right.
He's just good tonight. Should be 3 for 3.
Right.
But
robbed.
Not his fault. The other guy's fault.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Boyer. Lets this one fly. Swing and a miss and a high fastball going outside. That is strike 1. 0-1 count now. 2 outs. Runners on first and second.
I've been feeling for like the last 5 minutes one of those full body shutters. Yeah.
Well, it's freezing in here, but I love it.
Definitely.
It's so much better than hot.
Yeah, I think all the mosquitoes are finally dying.
Yeah. Those crazy guys.
But it just hasn't come, so I'm just ready to do it. But maybe I'll just self-inflict it.
Your teeth chattering a bit?
Yeah, they are. I didn't notice
kind of your jaws jostling around.
Taking a while between pitches.
Okay, here's the 0-1 to Boyer. Swing and a miss inside fastball, strike 2. 0-2 is the count now for Boyer. Runners on first and second and 2 out. Yeah, boy.
I would like to put one more up on the board here.
Sure. Get a nice lead.
Insurance.
It took us 8 hits to get those 3 runs. The Mustangs took them 4 hits to get their 1 run. There's only 1 error on there on the board.
That's
one error for the Owls throwing from Martinez. It wasn't too bad. Here's the 0-2 to Boyer. Outside with a fastball. He holds up. Nice job. Ball 1. 1-2 count out of Boyer. That one coming in at 92 miles an hour. Fastest I've seen so far from Fisher.
Yeah, I think he can hit 93. You watch.
Yeah, you probably can.
It'll
probably,
be way outside because
no control.
Put too much on it.
1-2 count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second base. The wingmen are on their feet. They're standing for some reason. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss and a fastball, strike 3. And that is out number 3. And that ends the bottom of the 6th inning. The Owls still lead 3-1. Come on back.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophies. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophies, blue ribbon quality and service.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owls ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the 7th. The Owls still leading 3-1. Still pitching out there for the Owls. Andy Hill
doing a good job.
Hill will be facing Ben Mumme, Eric Hyman, and Josh Holden. So here's Ben Mumme's 0-0 pitch. Inside fastball for ball 1. 1-0 count, no outs, no runners on yet.
Last inning, Hill retired the side. A ground out and a couple fly out.
Yeah.
So now he's got Ben Mumme, who's grounded out last at bat and flied out to center the bat before that.
There's his 1-0. Nice fastball hits the outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now. A lot of both these Owls pitchers doing a good job of, what would you say, keeping the ball on the ground?
Yeah. Hill let a couple go big pop flies there, and they weren't dangerous pop flies at all. They were like high pop flies.
Yeah, straight in the air.
And you had like an hour to get under it and make sure you made the catch.
There's the slider from Hill that hit the outside corner, strike 2. 1-2 count now. Nice pitch there, 78 miles an hour.
Very good. Mumme, 45 strikeouts, 133 bats. That one grounded to Stacia. He's up with it. And
wow, he makes the fadeaway throw to first base, jumping in the air.
Got a scoop up by Trumbo, and that's out number 1.
Beautiful. 1 out now for the Mustangs here on the top of the 7th. We still lead 3-1. Now batting for the Mustangs will be Eric Hyman, the shortstop. Hyman struck out and grounded out his last at bat.
Yep. And we still heard it. And he has 15 strikeouts in his 44 at bats. So far this year, that's, again, about a little worse than 1-4, maybe a 1-3 strikeout ratio.
Okay.
15 and 45.
Here's his 0-0. Nice slow curveball hits the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 count to Hyman.
How many strikeouts does Hill have on the year, did you say?
Where's
Hilly?
28.
28. And how many innings pitched? There's a line drive over the Billy Boyer's head, and Stantrell Smith is up with it. And a single.
Holds him up on first base. So a single for Eric Einstein. Yeah, there's the 0-1. Grounder foul at the first base line. 0-2 is the count now. Do they also have to steal bases a couple times? Try that? Or is that something that they take only for a couple people?
I think more people are have put in line for that, depending on their speed and what they've got. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything on the stolen bases. I've heard about the sacrifice bunts. I've heard about the first to third.
Right.
Not that there's a required number, but it's something they practice.
Well, I would see how they could drill. Like they could do drills on that, watch the pitcher and all that junk. But there's not really a quota.
Right, and they've got their hit and run quota.
Right.
But they may have a stolen base quota. I don't know about it.
0-2, another high pop fly going over Heinley Stacia at shortstop. He calls for the catch and makes it back on the dirt. That one's way in the air. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 7th. They have a runner on first. We still lead 3-1. Now batting, Chris Denovi, the catcher.
Struck out, slide out tonight. Now, this is interesting. How he gets him to pop up so high.
Right.
And, again, it gives him like an hour to get under it.
Right.
Any one of the infielders can run under the ball by that time.
Just wait.
The same pitcher that gets him to pop up that way usually is more of a strikeout pitcher also. Doesn't do the ball down as much in the zone.
There's the 0-0, and that is ball 1 going outside with a fastball. 1-0 count now to Denovi. I would think it'd be the opposite, because if you're throwing him down, you're getting below the strike zone, which is something that they would...
well, it's like the swing and the miss, the high fastball, you know?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. There's the 1-0, and a curveball just misses the outside for ball 2, 2-0 count. Because if it's low, they have to chop down and get it in the air. Instead of,
right.
Is that what you mean? Instead of a high fastball, then like grounding it?
Hill is going kind of back and forth with low and high.
Sure.
He was the one that talked to us a couple weeks ago about changing the eye level that way.
There's the 2-0. Fastball just misses the outside. Wow, that was close. 3-0 count now.
I wonder if Rackley's just... They're mad at the home plate umpire, Joe Rackley.
That was so close.
Maybe he's just having a little pity right now. Okay, 2 out. Let's just have this one walk.
Here's the 3-0, and that one hits the outside corner of the fastball. Strike 1, 3-1 count. That one looked more outside than the last one.
It sure did.
By a couple inches.
We've had 4 strikes in a row, but 3 or more called balls. Not my opinion.
No, that's all right.
But I'm not saying anything.
No, not at all.
I'm not one to criticize.
Of course not. Look at those pants he's wearing. Oh, come on.
Would they be any grayer? It's like it's a uniform somebody issued it to him.
What's going on? There's a 3-1. Curveball misses the outside and low for ball 4. And so Denovi gets walked anyway on a ball 4. So runners now on first and second base for the Mustangs with 2 outs.
I'll bring up Michael De Jesus, the 9th batter in the lineup for the Mustangs.
That is the first walk on the game for pitcher Andy Hill for the Owls. He now has 12 walks in the whole season off of his 28 and a third innings pitched. 26 and a third, pardon me.
Well, Brett Martinez ran out to the mound, give a little encouragement to Andy Hill. Andy's in his second inning of relief. He's retired 5 batters, had retired 4 batters in a row before he gave up a single, then got his 5th batter. So 1 2/3 innings so far.
Yep.
Have a second conference on the mound, and this time it's going to be Keith Johnson coming out.
Hey, Chris. Are you tired of that old routine? I can tell from your sigh. Why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports in Provo? They have what you need to re-energize your life. Escape Motorsports has dirt bikes, street bikes, ATVs, jet boats, personal watercraft, and generators. They even have zero down financing available and approved credit. So why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports at 1480 North State in Provo and put some excitement back into your life. In baseball, it takes a line drive straight up the middle to bring a runner home. If your car is having trouble driving in a straight line or difficulty bringing you home, contact Jack's Tire and Oil. They specialize in wheel alignment, balancing tires, oil changes, lube jobs, tune-ups, and more. Jack's Tire and Oil. See them on North State in Orem. North State in Orem. Jack's Tire and Oil.
Looks like we've got J.D. Roberts pinch hitting for Michael De Jesus, another left-handed batter.
J.D. Roberts played in the doubleheader on Saturday. Roberts comes into the game batting .279. He's got 25 RBIs and 5 home runs. Here's his 0-0. Inside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
He's the one that they bring in as more of a third, fourth kind of batter in the lineup. But yeah, down here at the very bottom of the lineup, this will be interesting as the game progresses.
All right, here's his 1-0 pitch. Instead, he'll take the break and look for the runner on second base.
We do have action in the Owlz bullpen. It is Mike Pete throwing out there, getting ready to come into the game, probably after this inning. We don't know.
Okay. All right, so the 1-0 count. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High fastball. Martinez throws to second base. Runner still safe on second there. Nice job by Martinez getting that inside high fastball and getting the Estacia covering second base. But
that's Eric Iman on second base for the Mustangs, scared out of his wits.
He's all dirty now.
They're throwing at me.
What's going on?
2-0. Ball. It's coming.
I had no idea. 2-0 is the count now for Roberts. 2 outs. Here's his pitch. Slow curveball hits the inside corner. Nice pitch. Strike 1. 2-1 count now. That one just dropping right in like an atom bomb.
Atom bomb. Roberts was 1 for 4 with both games combined in the doubleheader. Came in the second one to pinch hit, had a double, and a walk and all that.
Here's a 2-1. It's a grounder foul up the first base line. 2-2 count now for Roberts. 2 outs. Runners still on first and second base. I was going to say something pretty cool, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, it's like when you're in high school and you were about to talk to the girl and you're like, I can't now. I forgot what that was.
I had it all planned out.
Or else you say it and it's just not nearly as cool as you thought it was.
Go to prom, to dance with me.
What's the chances of a boy like you and a girl like me?
There's the 2-2 high curveball outside ball. 3-2 count now for Roberts. Runners on first and second still with 2 outs.
Well, the runners are going to go on this pitch, so it's a dangerous time for a hit and run. Should Roberts connect that with the hit and run in place, that could tie up the ball game. But we're hoping that doesn't happen.
There's taking another break there. Okay, so Roberts representing the go-ahead run right now for the Mustangs, but we don't really want to think about that.
No.
And it won't happen anyway.
I think he's a chump.
Wow. You met him on the street, you wouldn't give him the time of day? That's pretty cold there.
Runners go.
3-2, swing and a miss, inside fastball, strike 3, out number 3, and Hill takes care of that inning. That's the end of the top of the 7th. The Owlz still lead 3-1. Come on back.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new President William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Prey with the Wingmen. Chris and I just looked at each other and began to laugh. I believe you. Were you thinking of William Hung, too? Yeah. And he's lost. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Owlz are leading 3-1. Still pitching out there for the Billings Mustangs is Carlos Fisher. So far, Fisher has allowed 4 singles. He struck out 1, struck out 2, and walked 1. So he'll be facing Dallas Morris, Mark Trumbo, and Marco Albano here in the bottom of the 7th. So here's Morris coming up to the plate. Moores is 1 for 3 in the night with a single RBI. His last at-bat, he now has 38 RBIs in the season, bringing home Billy Boyer in for the run scored.
Now he's got to face a couple guys who've burned him already. Mark Trumbo had the single behind him, another RBI. And they'll be leading off this inning.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Morris. It's a curveball, but hits the outside corner. Strike one. 0-1 count. No outs. No runners yet on base.
All right, Joe Rackley. Where's that line?
Dude.
That was very outside.
All right. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Morris. Lets it fly. Outside again. This time a curveball. Ball one. 1-1 count now for Morris. There's the shakes.
There it is. It finally hit me. Goodness. I've been waiting for it. Kind of hoping for it, you know.
Here's the 1-1. Gets a hold of it. Grounder right up the middle there. And it gets past the second baseman, getting out of his glove. And there goes Morris to first base.
So single again.
Wow,
2 for 2 on the night.
There. The second baseman, De Jesus, thought he scooped that one up, but his glove just nicked it and kept it going into center field.
So now his glove betrayed him, just not long enough.
Yeah, why don't you have a longer glove there, buddy?
Go gadget arms.
Right. Okay, so Owlz leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. We have a runner on first with no outs. Stepping to the plate now, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Trumbo had a single RBI his last at-bat as well.
Out of the 9 hits for the Owls, all of them are singles.
Wow.
No extra bases yet tonight.
There's the 0-0, fastball outside corner, strike one. 0-1 count now. Morris, who's on first base, is now 2 for 4 in the night, 2 singles.
Continues to be helping himself atop the Pioneer League leaders with hits. Nothing for extra bases again, but good up in his average a little bit, 500 on the night. There's a fastball low for ball one.
1-1 count now for Trumbo. No outs yet. Runner on first base. Trumbo now has 27 RBIs in the season, bringing in Morris for the run scored. Last inning was a beautiful inning.
Yeah, we got to clarify that. Otherwise, people think, what?
Right.
Did I miss something?
Right.
No, it's still 3-1.
There's the 1-1 outside the dirt with a curveball. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Trumbo. Still a runner on first and no outs. Yep.
That's what's going on. I'm looking around the field. No action. Okay, there's action now in the Mustangs bullpen.
Okay.
We've got Marco Albano on deck for the Owls.
Wind still blowing pretty steadily towards home plate.
There's a storm brewing.
Yeah, it's still 15 miles an hour or so.
I'm sure glad it hasn't started raining yet. They've predicted rain for tonight, and I hope that's later if it comes at all because we're winning. And I'd just like to get through this ball game and
delay.
get the win instead of any kind of delay. We haven't had any rain delays at home except for once.
2-1, grounder up the middle, but the pitcher snags it and makes the throw to second base, getting Morris out, but Trumbo is safe on first on that fielder's choice. No, called safe on second base. Wow, I guess was he off the bag a bit there? I didn't see. I'm sorry.
Did he beat it?
I think the second baseman was off the bag for a second.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Morris did not beat the throw, but the second De Jesus, the second baseman, did not cover the bag very well.
Maybe he went to throw to first before he had actually made the tag, because he was trying to get the double play pretty quickly there.
Well, I know what the Mustangs are thinking. Their coach is out there right now arguing with the umpire. That's Ike Boykin.
That was very strange.
The field umpiring tonight, and trying to convince him that, no, you are wrong. You didn't see that correctly.
So
reaching on a fielder's choice.
Trumbo reaches on a fielder's choice, and a botched double play there from the Billings Mustangs. So now with no outs, the Owls have runners on first and second. Stepping to the plate now, Marco Albano, the designated hitter. Sadly, Albano has not a hit tonight. Struck out, ground out, strikeout. And I think he's due, just like a Dallas Morris type situation. He needs the hit, and he needs it now. Good time to get it.
He needs the hit, baby. He comes in at batting .203 on the season. Couple home runs, and like we said, he is due. He also went hitless in the doubleheader.
Right. All right, pitcher taking a little break out there. So runners on first and second with no outs. Albano at the plate, Arlington, Massachusetts. Albano batting .203 coming into the game from Boston College. Last played with, acquired in the 2005 draft.
Talking with some upstairs neighbors of mine, some friends. One of them's from Maine, but the New England area covers so much, and they're all Red Sox and Patriots fans. That's the first one. High fastball, ball one. And some of these teams have the truest fans. They could be getting just doused 15-1.
Yeah.
And those fans will stay till the last pitch of the ninth inning. It's amazing.
Yeah. 1-0 is the count now for Albano. Runners on first and second. Pitcher checking his runner on second base. And called time before the after the pitch is thrown there. So still the 1-0 count for Albano.
Well, before the pitch was thrown, but the pitch still gets thrown, so wasted pitch. 1-0 the count. The other thing about the Red Sox fans, it seems that they travel. You can go to any other stadium in the country when the Red Sox are coming to town, and it's just packed with red.
How do they do that? Do they get off work or something?
And that's why Marco Albano is reminding me here. There's a curveball outside, ball 2, 2-0 the count to Albano. 25% of the population of Boston, college students. It is a college town.
They have the time.
I believe there are close or somewhere around 200 college students or colleges in Boston.
Wow.
Plus, you've got the colleges around them in Massachusetts and the rest of New England as well.
Very close.
A fastball fouled behind him, 2 balls, 1 strike to Albano now. And they go from that college, and they just go out to wherever the jobs take them. So, and they're dedicated fans. They're diehards.
Right.
They get to wherever they're going. They convert people around them. If you didn't like baseball before, hey, you like the Red Sox, come see a game with me kind of thing. And it's just amazing.
It's like
a Red Sox nation is just huge.
Yeah, it's hard for most people to get out and take a whole week off of work or something just to see a baseball game out there. But those guys seem to be able to do it.
Yeah, well, taking the whole week off, not necessarily. Their job placement just puts them close to wherever that other team is.
Oh, okay.
So they're already transplanted fans.
Gotcha.
They're Boston fans.
There's a 2-1, a line drive right to the first baseman. He tags first base as well for the double play there.
So Trumbo's out.
Double play.
Yeah, Trumbo didn't have a chance. He was leading off, and the ball came right to Ben Mummy.
So Albano lines out, and now and tagging first gets Trumbo out. So now the Owls lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. We have 2 outs and a runner on second base. And now batting is Brett Martinez, the catcher. Again, Brett Martinez, no hits on the night either. Strikeout, pop out. Hasn't got a hit or on base yet at all.
Comes into the game batting .277. We've said these stats before. Has a lot of RBIs recently. 8 in his last 7 games.
Right.
Of his 19 on the season.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. High inside fastball. Ball 1 for Martinez. 1-0 count now. 2 outs, runner on second base. Martinez from Redlands, California.
Well, next time we see Albano, if it's not tonight, next time we see him, he'll get a hit. He's very due.
Yeah. Is Martinez due as well, Chris?
Martinez? Oh, yeah. Martinez is due.
There's the 1-0. It's a passed ball. And there goes Morris to third and gets to third on that passed ball. The catcher, Denove, couldn't pick it up in time. So now a runner on third base and the 2-0 count for Martinez with 2 outs.
Very much an opportunity for Martinez for an RBI. With 2 outs, a single would score him. They got to be careful on the pass ball, too.
Right.
Carlos Fisher, the pitcher for the Mustangs, showing he's a little bit wild and out of the zone and stuff. There's a pop fly to the right fielder.
Yeah, and that's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 7th inning. The Owls still lead 3-1. Come on back.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the blue, by Bay Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
With energy
energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're now in the top of the 8th inning. The Owls still leading 3-1 over the Billings Mustangs. They're not yours.
Over the other guys, Billings Mustangs.
And no pitcher.
We've got Mike Pete in the game now.
Okay. Now pitching for the Orem Owls, number 32, Mike Pete.
That's interesting. They've gone lefty to start the game with Kelly Shearer. Andy Hill came in for 2 good innings of relief, and now another lefty, the only lefty we've got available in the bullpen.
Pete will be facing the top of the lineup for the Mustangs with Brandon Roberts, J.D. Reniger, and Miker Sandoval. Pete has a fastball, curveball, very slow looping curveball. He's got a slider that comes in at the mid-80s. Pete comes into the game tonight with a record of 1-1, 1.08 ERA on 16 2/3 innings pitched. He's got 15 strikeouts and 6 walks. Left-handed pitcher Mike Pete.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with Mike Pete. I've been impressed since the first time he came out and pitched. He's been very good.
Here's his 0-0 pitch to Roberts. It's a fastball that hits the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Roberts. No outs, no runners on base.
The Angels organization doesn't seem to buy into the left-handed pitcher theory so much. There's a hit batter.
That 0-1 was a fastball right between the shoulder blades of Roberts. And he is okay. He's taken his base, but that one slammed right in the middle there. And, that was a hard one. Roberts turning right into it.
One runner on. And J.D. Reininger is going to come to the plate, the third baseman for the Mustangs. He's walked and grounded out twice tonight.
Hey, Chris. Joey? That's Mike Pete's first hit batter in the entire season.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's about time.
He's now facing J.D. Reniger with a runner on first and no outs. Pete thrown over to first. Runner still safe over there. 0-0 is the count to Reniger. Reniger is 1 for 2 in the night. He had a single, a ground out. He was walked his first at bat.
No, he didn't single.
Why did I write it down then, Chris?
Maybe for Miker Sandoval behind him. I don't know.
What did he do second at bat?
Ground it.
Really? Ground it. Never mind then. He's 0 for 2. Take that, Reniger. Renegade.
For J.D. Reininger is low. Ball 1.
All right.
You want to know the count?
No outs yet. Runner on first base. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now for Reininger.
That got him. I was going to say the Angels organization doesn't really buy into the theory on left-handed pitchers. There's only 3 here with the Owls on the whole pitching staff. We've seen other pitching staffs, quite a few more. Some, like the White Sox, have 10 lefties to 6 righties. But Mike Scioscia, in the major league level, doesn't have a left-handed reliever. And his comment on it was, I'll take any right-hander in my bullpen over any just regular left-hander to have a left-hander out.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're a left-hander in the Angels organization, it means you're good. That's why they got you. Right. It's not just to have a left-hander. It's because you're a quality pitcher. So Mike Pete, one of the only left-handers in this organization, is a very good prospect.
And that is true. Looking at our left-handed pitchers, Mike Pete, Kelly Shearer, and Anthony Whittington.
All of them drafted high. And
very quality.
What rounds were they all drafted in?
I think I have information on a couple of those.
I want to say Whittington was drafted in round 2 in 2003.
Really? I actually don't have that information. I even looked for it. I couldn't find it.
Really?
No one would find it for me.
You know what? I didn't know you were asking for it. I'll go get it tomorrow.
Okay.
I know where it is. I will get it.
Ask and you shall receive.
You sure shall.
All right. Still the 1-1 count for Reniger. He has a runner on first and no outs. Pete was thrown over to first base a couple times. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it back there. Strike 2. 1-2 count now for Reniger.
Well, with no outs, they're paying a lot of attention to Roberts on first base. Again, 23 stolen bases on the year. So he's 0 for 1 in attempts so far in this series. He tried in one of the games in the doubleheaders and was thrown out.
Runner on first still, no outs. It's now the 1-2 count for Reniger. Here comes, going over to first again. Runner still safe. Pete's last outing, he, pitched 2 1/3 innings. Got the loss, sadly, in that outing.
That's right, and that wasn't because of his fault. There was a couple throwing errors that allowed a run to score, if I'm not mistaken. That was the White Sox.
Here's the 1-2. No, throwing over the first again. Runner still safe over there. Pete's last outing again. 2 hits allowed against him. No earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Got the loss in that game again.
It's sad when you get a loss that way.
Right. Doesn't show. Only numbers tell the story. There's the 1-2 outside fastball. Ball 2 now. 2-2 count now for Renninger, and he is still at bat.
Well, that was a good idea with the fastball outside. It hit the corner a couple times at least the first time for this at-bat with Renninger.
Right.
But just missed that time. And Mike Pete has to remember, Joe Rackley's strike zone is not always consistent.
There's a 2-2 high pop fly going over shallow center field. Underneath it's Heinley Stacia.
Calling everybody out. No, Kuhn calls him off, and that's one away.
Kuhn makes the catch there in very shallow center field, running all the way from left. So 1 out now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 8th. They still have a runner on first base. Now batting will be Miker Sandoval, the designated hitter. Sandoval has reached twice tonight, one with a single, one with a fielder's choice, and then he popped out.
Okay. He did end up stealing a base, too, in one of those times on base. So he's reached base twice, only one legitimately.
Right.
Comes into the game batting .204. Again, he's very prone to be a strikeout victim, 40 strikeouts and 105 at-bats.
There's the 0-0. It's a fastball inside for ball 1, 1-0 count. That was very silly. Sandoval watched the pitch go inside. Looked like he'd never seen a ball before. Like, what was that thing that just went by?
Kind of stared at the glove.
Yeah.
Wait, did you move that?
Sandoval with a very low stance, his legs spread wide, squatting down, almost like a Billy Boyer.
Yeah, he's got an open stance, and he closes it when the pitch comes.
There's a 1-0, high fastball outside, ball 2, 2-0 count for Sandoval. Still a runner on first with 1 out. Sandoval's from Vargas, Venezuela.
Vargas.
Last played with the Gulf Coast League, Reds, Cincinnati Reds.
I wonder what city he's from. Vargas is a state, not a city.
Oh.
Interesting.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. High pop fly going over right field. Looks like it's going foul, but right fielder Rosario runs for it.
Tagging
makes
up.
the catch there. And runner tags up on first base.
Roberts will stay.
That one going way over by the bullpen. So 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 8th. We still lead 3-1. They have 2 outs and a runner on first base. Stepping to the plate now, Jamie Langham, the right fielder.
Jamie Langham has not reached base yet tonight. Ground out, fly out. I think I read Langham's statistics instead of Miker Sandoval's last at bat. Langham comes in batting .204, 40 strikeouts, and his 106 at bats.
All right.
Only 10 walks.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. The slow looping curve catches the inside corner. That's what I like to see from Mike Pete.
Atta boy.
Comes in like an atom bomb. 0-1 count. Oh, yeah. We have a little stat sheet about some of the players. I think I said it in the doubleheader, but Jamie Langham was hit by 10 pitches in 28 games with the Gulf Coast League.
Wow.
Here's his 0-1. Inside curveball again. This time misses the inside just barely. Ball 1. 1-1 count now for Langham. 2 outs, runner on first base. Langham.
You got to wonder if some of those are intentional or on purpose. And Langham waiting for his 1-1 pitch. Mike Pete paying a lot of attention to Brandon Roberts. And
runner goes. He's in a pickle. There's the throw to second base.
And they got him.
Tagged by Heinley Stacia covering the second base bag. Beautiful throw there. That is 3 outs. That ends the top of the 8th. The Owls still leading 3-1. Come on back.
Okay, I have got to know. How do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Owls still leading 3-1. Still pitching out there for the old Mustangs, Carlos Fisher.
Nope, change.
27.
Jose Roman, I believe.
Okay, let me look at my...
Check that one.
All right. So a new pitcher out there for the Billings Mustangs. We're looking at number 27. Nope, I don't see it.
57.
57. Yeah. Jose Rojas? No?
Nope.
Oh, is that what it said?
I believe so.
Okay.
I got the first name, didn't really catch the last name so well. So Jose Rojas, another right-handed pitcher.
From Venezuela. He's from Miranda, Venezuela. And sitting that his name is Rojas, and he plays for the Cincinnati Reds organization.
Women in Reds.
Rojas is a right-handed pitcher.
It'd be Rojos otherwise.
Right. Let's see. Rojas comes into the game with a record of 1-4, 6.59 ERA on 27 and a third innings pitched. He's got 24 strikeouts and 17 walks. Rojas now pitching for the Mustangs.
Rojas is going to take on one of our Dominicans, Anderson Rosario, leading off the inning. We're at the bottom of the lineup for the Owls here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Owls still on top, 3-1.
All right. Rosario so far is 2-0. That was all wrong. 0 for 2 in the night. Pop out, strikeout, walked his last at bat on a ball.
That was all wrong. All wrong.
On base.
All right.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball, strike one. 0-1 count to Rosario. Do you remember what happened to Rosario? That was that. Oh, let's see. He walked. Did he just stayed on base on second or something like that? I forgot what happened to him.
Got thrown out at second on fielder's choice.
Okay, that last pitch there outside with a curve, ball one. 1-1 count to Rosario. No outs, no runners yet on base.
Rosario's a scrappy player. A free swinger. When he gets on base, he seems to be effective at running the bases. There's a high fastball swing and a miss, strike two. 1-2 strike.
Trying to swing up at that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Geez. 1-2 count now for Rosario.
When Rosario develops a better eye, he's going to be a great player. He's another player that's very quick. A lot of
good on the base and on the plate.
6 stolen bases. That's right, 6 stolen bases this year. There's another swing.
Another fastball coming inside, strike 3. And Rosario strikes out swinging again.
Again, he'll be good when he develops that eye and can avoid the strikeouts.
Owls still leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. We have 1 out, no runners on base. Now batting, Stantrell Smith, the center fielder. Smith has reached on a fielder's choice. He has a single with 2 stolen bases and a ground out.
We've got more action in the Owls bullpen. I'm going to wager that's Kevin Lynch out there.
There's the 0-0 first pitch, high pop fly going out into center field.
Still going
way
down the warning track.
It's caught by Roberts way back there against the wall in center field. What a beautiful hit. The wind is dead right now. If we had wind, man, that would have been beautiful.
Maybe off the wall or something, but that's the deepest part of the field out there, going up straightaway center.
Okay, so 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 8th.
That's an extra 100 feet the ball has to travel to get over the fence. It's only 303 on the left field line, 312 on the right field line.
Right.
It's going to bring up Brad Kuhn, the 9th batter in the order.
Kuhn is 1 for 3 in the night. Here's his 0-0 pitch. That couldn't be a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, he's throwing.
Wow. That hits the inside corner, and he swings and misses. Strike 1. 0-1 count for Kuhn. 2 outs, no runners yet on base. That is a Arredondo fastball. Here's the 0-1 to Kuhn. Fastball outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count now. His changeup must be like 80. You know what I mean?
Maybe 90.
90 changeup.
90-mile-an-hour changeup. Kuhn reached his last at-bat with an infield single.
Yep.
Grounded out and struck out before that. He's going to call time, step out of the box.
Kuhn was sadly left on base as well. Last at-bat. Owlz still leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kuhn. It's a curveball. Hits the inside corner, strike 2.
That's very effective.
That was a nice pitch there. 1-2 count now for Kuhn. That one came in and at him.
This reminds me a lot of Arredondo. The way he's got the high fastballs.
High velocity.
Show 98, 95. The curveball comes in at 81. There's another 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The inside ball 2. 2-2 the count to Brad.
First time I've seen a pitcher that can control such a fast curve and fastball.
Arredondo can do it. Just it
has to be a couple miles faster or slower to do it. Here's the 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, inside fastball, strike 3, out 3. Bradley Kuhn strikes out swinging. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 8th. Owlz still leading 3-1. Come on back.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. It's Beto's time.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learned an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Wow! I feel good. Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're in the top of the 9th inning. The Owlz are leading 3-1 still. There's a new pitcher out there on the mound for the Owlz, closing pitcher Kevin Lynch.
Lynch comes into the game with a 0.92 ERA in 14 innings pitched. He's got 3 saves on the season. This is an opportunity for his 4th. Kind of bounced around a little bit in the Angels organization this year.
He's been called up twice to the Double-A team, once to the Triple-A and once to the Double-A team.
That's right.
And he's back with us. He came back on Thursday last week. Lynch is from Fort Pierce, Florida. Last played with the Florida State Tallahassee. Drafted in 2005. 6'2", right-handed sidearm pitcher.
He struck out 21 batters in 19 2/3 innings pitched, only giving up 9 hits, 2 earned runs, and 6 walks. I think we're in pretty good hands here.
He's facing again, this is a pinch hitter, number 9.
Going to have Kenny Lewis.
All right, Kenny Lewis coming in for Jamie Langham.
And that's a left-hander instead of a right-hander, hoping he can see that sidearm a little bit better.
First pitch goes outside, fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count to Lewis. No outs yet. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This time the sinker inside, catches the corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now. Not swinging on that one.
Well, folks, we're going to have this one wrapped up pretty soon here, I think.
Yeah.
9:50 right now, but I'm predicting the closeout here. Again, Kevin Lynch is very good.
That one a curve outside. 2-1 count now for Lewis. Lynch has his sinker that comes in at the high 70s, low 80s. He's got his fastball that comes in about 85. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Inside with a fastball. That is ball 3. 3-1 count now for Lewis. No outs, no runners on.
He's just missing on those.
Yeah, barely.
I think they're going to let Ben Mummy still bat after Lewis is done. Yeah.
3-1. Grounder fouled at the third base line. Strike 2. The full count for Jamie Langham. No outs, no runners on base. Again, Lynch, the side-armed pitcher for the Orem Owlz. Glad to have him back this week in the bullpen.
Yep, he likes to use a sinker against left-handed batters for a strikeout pitch.
3-2, grounded into the bullpen. Still strike 2 for Lewis.
Is that somebody hopping up and down like got hit with the ball? Nah, I think he's just playing.
Okay. Sure. Having those kids a little fun out there.
Got a lot of jokesters on the team.
Lewis comes in batting .214. He's got 8 RBIs and 1 home run. That's Lewis now pinch hitting for Jamin Langham. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Gets a hold of it, fouls it back. Still strike 2 for Lewis. 3-2.
Used the curveball there. Did not work, though.
He's hitting it on the... It's coming inside to this left-handed batter, so he's just hitting it on the inside of his handle, and it's going left towards the Owls dugout.
Such a crazy loop that happens there. Not the same as a regular curveball loop, but just a direct up and down. Fights off another one. Foul ball, fastball. Fouls it to the Owls bullpen, or the Owls dugout.
3-2 count still for Lewis. He's fought off about 3 fouls so far.
The change of speed can be as much as 15 miles an hour.
Yep.
With Lynch's pitches.
And the change in the ball movement, too. There's a 3-2 outside. Gets the corner. Strike 3.
What a pitch. Got him looking.
That was a 76-mile-an-hour curveball that came into the left-handed batter, then swept over the plate. Strike 3, out 1. So Lewis strikes out looking, pardon me.
Right.
And now batting for the Billings Mustangs, number 49, Ben Mummy, the first baseman. He's got 1 out, no runners on. Al still leading 3-1 here in the top of the 9th.
Mummy has not reached base tonight. Yep. Fly out, 2 ground outs.
Even if he does, he can't really run the bases because of his arms that are stretched out in front of him, and
he kind of quickly walks, and
it's like a Morticia type walk.
As long as Martinez steps on his bandages as he's walking away, he'll just unravel and disappear.
He looks dead tired out there anyway.
Ooh.
Undead tired.
First pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. Second pitch a fastball low, but gets the corner. Strike 2, strike 1. 1-1 the count. 1 out.
No runner yet on base. Mummy at the plate right now. Boo. Spooky. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Mummy. Up, checks his swing, but a curveball gets the outside corner. Strike 2. 1-2 count now. Just taking it to slowly digging his grave.
Such a hard pitch.
Buried?
I don't know. He's getting buried alive or something.
Yeah.
We're
There's a 1-2 swing and a miss and a low curve. Strike 3, and Ben Mummy goes back to his ancestors. Land of the Pharaohs. Hopefully he has some jewels and cats with him. 2 outs now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 9th. We're leading 3-1. We're 1 batter away from winning this game here, the third game in this 4-game series.
Fans are on their feet as the last hope comes up for the Mustangs, and it is Eric Iman, the shortstop. He has struck out, grounded out in the single tonight. So far this inning, Kevin Lynch striking out the first 2 batters. See if he fans the side here.
All right. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. It just misses outside with a fastball for ball 1. 1-0 count for Iman. 2 outs, no runners yet on base. There's a ball on the field.
Gonna clear that off. We can't have that.
Can't have that.
No.
Here's the 1-0. This one hits the outside. That was the sinker, but it went away from him. 1-1 count.
Very good pitch.
That was a very tricky one for us to even see.
We like the tricky one.
Being a batter, looking at that one.
We liking the trickies.
1-1 count now. Here he goes, and he does not swing. Yep, he swings.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's the curveball going outside. He tried to check it, but it was just a bit too far. 1-2 count, 2 outs. We're 1 strike away from rocking the Casbah out here.
Ooh, yeah.
Iman. Here comes his 1-2 pitch.
Check
swing, check a swing. He cannot. That is strike 3 on a check swing, out number 3. That ends the game here in the top of the 9th inning. The Owls win it 3-1 here in the top of the 9th against the Billings Mustangs. Come on back for a post-game wrap-up after this. Bam.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta?
No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's.
Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy. Oh, man.
Fazoli's. Faster, fresher, better.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from Sea Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in to this beautiful game out here at the home of the Owlz Stadium. The Owls win the game here against the Billings Mustangs in the top of the 9th inning. Final score, Orem Owlz 3, Billings Mustangs 1.
That's right. A great game. Kelly Shearer had a good start. He went 5 innings, gets the win.
Yay.
Gave up 4 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Then he had his relievers come in, and Andy Hill pitched 2 innings. Mike Pete pitched a scoreless 8th, and the save goes to Kevin Lynch. And it is his, I wrote it over there. It is his 4th save on the season. Kelly Shearer improves to 1-2, gets his first win tonight. I'm going to name him the player of the game because he's got his first win, and he pitched a great game. But huge honorable mentions for Kevin Lynch picking up the save, as well as a number of the batters. Stantrell Smith, very impressive tonight. Dallas Morris, a couple singles and an RBI against Stantrell Smith. 2 stolen bases, stole home.
That's crazy.
The loss goes to Carlos Fisher, who came in relief and allowed a couple runners to score in the 5th inning, I believe, 5th or 6th. And his record is now 4-3 on the season.
Kevin Lynch struck out the side, ending the top of the 9th inning. A strikeout looking, a strikeout swinging, another strikeout check swinging. Every strikeout you can possibly get, Kevin Lynch took care of business there. So we saw, a stolen base from Heinley Stacia. Stacia now has 8 stolen bases on the season. 2 singles from Billy Boyer. He brought in for the run. He came in for the run scored off of Dallas Morris's RBI single. 2 singles for Morris tonight. Trumbo with a single RBI, bringing in Dallas Morris. And Stantrell Smith again with his single and his 2 stolen bases. Bradley Kuhn as well with a single tonight. So taking care of business with singles out there, the home of the Owlz Stadium. So the Owls win the 3rd game in this 4-game series against the Billings Mustangs. Tune in tomorrow. The game starts at 12 noon. 12 noon game tomorrow against the Billings Mustangs.
I believe we'll have Robert Mosbach on the mound. I'm pretty sure.
Sure. And then tomorrow is the last game of this homestand, pardon me. So we'll be on the road for 8 days, going to Great Falls, Montana, and Billings, Montana. So you can join us for that as well. So tune in tomorrow about 11:50 in the morning, and we'll have another game tomorrow against the Billings Mustangs. So that does it for us out here. These Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home, J&J Services, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Services, Escape Motorsports, Stephen Henniger College, and Jack's Tire and Oil. Thanks for tuning in to Birds of Play with the Wingman. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Reminding you never to leave your wingman. Have a good night, everyone.